Thing. I'm trying to keep my faith. What's up, y'all? Another episode of Church in the Wild with Worthy. Gonna start the intro. Let me remind y'all this is a safe space to be opinionated, to agree and disagree, but do it in a respectable manner. At least I will. I got a special guest tonight. I'm not gonna do any introductions. When she does come on, I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself. Just wanted to start it early. Wait, is it on? Can y'all hear me? Let me see. But I know we officially live. I'm officially gonna start sharing it, showing myself some self-love. I hope you guys do the same. Hope you had the day you deserve. You know how that go. What's up to my first joiner? Let me see what it says. Yes, sir. I see somebody on my Champ James Worthy page. I appreciate you tapping in. Feel free to shut alive. Come in, you know what I'm saying? Put your city and state. Let me know where you're watching from. Where you watching from? Let me know, man. Good energy. Let's see, we got whoever that is on my James Worthy page. I won't be able to necessarily see your comments. So if you're friends or you follow my Champ James Worthy page, suggestion would be to go to that page. Anybody that's watching from my regular James Worthy page, I won't be able to see any of your comments. So go follow the Champ James Worthy page. As of right now, I'm finna just play some music, get everybody in. If you just tapping in, go ahead and put your city and state. We live in the dojo. AKA Adonis room. I had an art room prior to my son coming here. Yeah, this is my art room. This is where I created most of my clothes or whatever. We turned it into his room. So we live from Adonis room, AKA the dojo. Y'all shut alive. Tap in with your city and state. It's gonna be a good one. I got a beautiful queen coming in. It's my sis. We talked earlier. That's what made me. I no longer want to introduce whoever's coming on as a guest. I want to allow these folks to introduce themselves, because so often you'll have somebody tell you about somebody and they'll throw you off. They could not necessarily be trying to make them look bad, but they'll throw you off with their introduction. I want to allow people that come on here from now on to introduce themselves. But like I said, while we wait and we get things rolling, put down, comment your city, your state. And shut alive in the groups. I'm gonna do that as well. Let me put my shit on. I knew these glasses was gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna do that as well. But you guys shut alive. Share them in groups. Put your city and state on. I'm gonna play some music while we do this. Put your city and state on. Let me know what you represent, or where should I say where you represent that. You know, how'd you hear about me? What got you tapped into the ninja? Not the nigga, the ninja, surf ninja. Worthy. I am worthy. Yes, I am. What's up, Tarina? How you doing? Boston? So you a Red Sox fan? Are you a Red Sox fan? I'm gonna play a little music. I'm gonna play some of my music. I usually play it directly from the computer, but I'm gonna wait to play some of that music. I'm gonna play some of my tunes off of YouTube. Hey, Beeman, yeah, hey, Beeman, bro, I was talking about you, right? I was definitely talking about you. If you on the James Worthy page, come to the Champ page. Come to the Champ page. I got a special guest tonight. Until she gets here, I'm gonna play a little music. I'm gonna share my live. Feel free to shut a live. Oh, you not a Boston Red Sox fan? What type of fan are you? Who you rooting for? We got Boston, Massachusetts in the building tonight. Who you rooting for? How you feel about the Drew Holiday trade? I know you happy, right? Just say it. You happy. Boston might win them a ship soon. Do you have an accent, Queen? Do you have that accent? Let me see. Myself. Oh, so you're not a fan of? Okay, all right. herself. My bad. I, I hope I ain't offend you by asking you if you a fan of Boston teams. You're from Boston. I'm from Indiana. I actually like Indiana teams. Most of the folks where I'm from, they like the fucking Chicago Bears, and they suck ass. Have been sucking ass since they left the Super Bowl when Peyton Manning dust their ass. I'm sorry. Why are you so happy, Worthy? Didn't they take your son? Didn't they take your son from you? They definitely did. She came and got my son. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I talked to somebody today for like 2-3 hours. And we just talked about life. We talked about anything and everything. And God and Jesus came up. And them words of encouragement that this person dropped on me, words being words everybody really don't say. We spell it WERDS. We weird like that. But she really touched me. She really touched my soul. She didn't like touch me literally in no special place, but she touched my soul, man. She made me rethink some of the things I've said in the past. Doesn't mean that I was wrong or right. Just thought a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And she left me with this beautiful taste in my mouth, not sexually, but spiritually. Bro say, bro say, bro say, he going with the Lake Show. All right. You know, I don't even like Bron, bro. Quiet as kept. LeBron is related to my older brother. Me and my older brother, we share the same father. But LeBron James is really related to my older brother. I've seen all type of baby pictures in my great grandmother's, his grandmother's, but she always called me her grandson. That's neither here nor there, but I've seen like all type of baby pictures, family pictures of LeBron in those photo albums. Do people even have photo albums now? It's to the point now where you just post your pictures on Facebook and you screenshot them and save them in your phone. But you remember back in the day when people actually took Polaroid pictures and put them in books? Like they literally put them in books. They watched people, you know what I'm saying? People signed the back, put the date. Now you put your shit on Facebook and you get a memory soon, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's how it is. Don't any of y'all miss that nostalgic feeling of family, of village? That a hurting feeling? That a hurting feeling. You confusing me. You confused. Who are you? Who sent you? You okay? I don't know. Maybe you writing typing too fast because you say you from Boston, and I could be wrong. I could be taking it the wrong way. But you say you're from Boston. I respond. I acknowledge you. I give you good love, energy. I then ask, are you a fan of a Boston Red Sox team? You like, no. Okay. Oh, do you like the Celtics? And you say, myself. Uh, what you been where, love? Oh yeah, she's one. I see we got one tonight. That's cool too. Let me go to Willie Beeman. No, they got rid of photo albums and scrapbooks with social. I mean, hey, the internet, the matrix has changed everything. You could be whoever you want to be on this internet. All you have to do is create an avatar, a new page, and you could be a thug, you could be a boss businessman. But hey, I just choose to be genuine. I choose to live life. I enjoy life. I don't know what I'm talking about, Tarina, but that's my last time responding to you because some of your responses was weird. I asked if you was a Boston Red Sox fan. You said no. Then I said, well, are you a fan of the Celtics or any of the Boston teams? You said myself. I don't know if you were saying you were a fan of yourself, but that was the energy you gave off. And for me to be asking you questions like, you in Boston, you like any sports teams? And your response is that your energy off. And my energy like through the roof right now. What's up, BK? How you feeling, sus? What you mean by my son, Tarina? Oh, you trolling me? I don't know. Is you trolling me or something? You okay, love? Did you have the day you deserve? What's going on? I should be mad. I'm not mad. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But right now, until we wait on our special guest, I just sent her a link. Let me make sure she got it. We just talking, we chopping it up, we getting familiar with each other. We was talking. I was asking before me and Tarina had the back and forth, which really ain't a back and forth. I don't even know where she's stand with her comments, but I was asking like, do people even have photo albums still? Um, I didn't lose my son. I didn't lose him. He's with his mom. Regardless of what folks think, I do believe that my son needs both parents. Oh, okay. So I didn't know what you were saying, Tarina. And again, that's why I said I'm kind of just trying to catch on with what you're saying. But I don't feel like I lost him. At the end of the day, I feel like, I gotta accept that this court ruled that mom should get custody while being in custody, and there's not much I could do about it. I can't afford a lawyer. I can afford to take care of him, but I can't afford a lawyer. So I have to accept that. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of accepting it. I was able to talk to him. I did talk to him. The first thing he said to me, which is pretty weird, what Brandy say? Brandy, what's up? How you doing, Queen? Life is too short for anything other than positivity. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. I'm gonna leave that comment up for a second. Let me make sure Sis got this. Let me resend this to her. Asia. You resend it. All right, all right. But yeah, I don't feel like I lost him. I think in a small way, very small, I found myself saying, that could have been it could be worse. I got all my granny old photo albums. Hey, Juan, what's up, broski? Frat. So I was a part of a label, a family, a unit called the Frat. For y'all who might care, I just sent sister. Hey, y'all tag Asia. Do me a favor and tag Asia Brown. To my folks that's from my city, tag Asia Brown. I want her to pop on here first before she actually hops into the green room. But Frat, it stands for family, riding always through tough times. My first love has been music. I like to express myself through fashion, art, and music. I had a studio in the middle of Gary, Indiana. This might have been like my son is 5 now. Dang, that's nostalgic as hell. So I had a studio in the middle of Gary maybe like 6 years ago. Yeah, about 6, 7 years ago, we had a studio in the middle of Gary. I'm not proud to say it, but I was doing street stuff. I was a street guy. I was a guy that was in the streets. I never claimed to be a street guy or street nigga, but I was a guy in the streets doing what I could do to survive. But I've always had this dream of, I guess, entertaining folks because it ain't always been rap. Mama used to wake me up as a kid, and I would come in with the when we had the onesies and it get too small for you, your parents, they cut the bottom footies off. They wouldn't buy you none. Well, this ain't everybody, but me. They wouldn't buy me new ones until the bitches hit my knees. But I do remember these nostalgic times of being, hey, you ain't sleep, get your ass up, come in here and moonwalk. Come cook, and I would entertain the company. Yeah, they smoking reefer, doing all them extracurricular activities. But that was the start of me being an entertainer. Since then, I've just been doing everything from singing in choirs to drawing. My son has this, like, he picked this up. I don't think that his mom can draw, if I'm not mistaken, but he's so artistic that it's just crazy. So I guess my kids are catching on to this. Anybody else been entertaining and doing things since they've been a kid and they find that to be a dream that they want to be a reality? I'm gonna tap in with the comments. I appreciate you tagging them for me, bro. What you know about that Woodstock album, bro? What you know about that Woodstock album? So I got a tattoo on my arm to say Woodstock 69. Shout out to Sco Dollar. Feel free to tag Maurice Murray while you at it, bro. Go ahead and work the comments for me, man. But I've sent my sister the request. We talked earlier, so she knows what's up. Up until that point, till she comes, we'll just chat. I'll motivate and inspire you guys. Maybe a couple laughs, whatnot. If you got any questions about my situation, feel free to ask me. I'm an open book. I don't mind telling you. Like Big Sis Tarina said, she said, are you feeling hurt? You feel like you. Wait, let me read it the right way. I don't want to say the wrong things. She asked me about that hurt feeling. I was hurt, but it was something else you asked me that made me tap into when you was talking about your son. I forgot what it was. It was something, but I definitely was disappointed. I wasn't hurt. I was disappointed. I pray overall that his mom wouldn't do anything crazy to him. I talked to him earlier. I was able to call him. When I called at first, I called early, like 11 a.m. Mom picks up, goes to tell me he's still asleep. It's a possibility, but if he's asleep, why pick up? I guess that's to, give me that feeling. Okay. I'm at work at that moment, so it's not much I can do. I just wanted to know that he was safe. I called back. This had to be maybe like, so it's 9:14 here. It's maybe like an hour ago. I called my son. They picked up. He picked up. First thing he says is, "Dad, mom is, I'm safe. Mom is protecting me and taking care of me." I love it. I love the fact that he notices. And he, it's scary. It's dope that he says that, but then it's like, is mom coaching him? Whatever. Secondly, she's still in Atlanta though, so I'm super confused. Like, why the with a whole bunch of E's? Like, why the fuck are you still in Atlanta? Let me see if sis. Hold on. Let me call her. But like, why are you still in Atlanta? If it was about coming to get him, making sure he's safe, and taking him back home, why are you in Atlanta still? He went on to tell me, he went on to tell me that I'm calling the wrong person. He went on to tell me, mom has bought me a lot of toys already. Then he asked about his Pikachu, etc., etc. And on the best way I could respond was, I'll send them to you. But in my head, I'm like, well, if you're still in Atlanta, you're asking dad for these Pikachus and etc. Why didn't mom reach out and say, could you bring his things? I'm still here. Maybe we could talk or something. And again, the ball is really in her court. She's always been an aggressor. If folks feel like, I appreciate you tagging Maurice for me, BK. BK, I'm gonna be sending you the link for the panel closer to the 45-minute mark, or in that second hour. We're gonna start with the interview, get sis in. Let me call her because I'm talking. Y'all shut a live though, real quick. Shut a live for me. Shut a live. I'm gonna play some music real quick. Y'all shut a live. I gotta turn this heat down for wifey come, because she definitely finna come turn on the motherfucking I know her. She gonna turn on that quick. Better believe she gonna turn on that Hey sis, check your messages. I sent it from my other page. It's from my James Worthy Edwards page, but I sent the link to you. I done called the wrong number. I'm sorry. Okay, I told you I do a public podcast, but you feel free to chime in, because I have a lot of child advocates that's still on here as well. So, but have a great day. All right. That was the CPS lady. That was the straight CPS lady. Y'all have no idea how funny that was. So CPS did. I'm gonna read you guys' comments as well and pull them up. CPS did contact my child's mother, and my child's mother told her she's still in Atlanta. Hey sis, nothing much. I sent the link via my James Worthy Edwards page, so it's in your messenger inbox. Yep. Oh my bad. I should have. You want me to send it through text message? Yeah. You'll be able to go directly to it through your phone. But before you do that, go on your Facebook, go directly to the Champ page and share that. Because the folks that's on Facebook will be able to see, directly on Facebook. Do not share the link. You shared the live already? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Share the live video. Yeah, share the live video, and then don't share the link that I sent you though. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, bet. Sis says she be ready in 15 minutes, y'all. So we're gonna talk a little bit. What's up, I see you, Chris Black. Y'all see me, man. I've lost a lot of weight, feeling good. You see my little hat, feeling good, you know. I ain't gonna lie, I went through it. Yeah, I'm disappointed to know that my son is still in Atlanta and not back in Indiana. But hey, I only got control over so much. And after the conversation that I had earlier, I ain't worried about it. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nah. Hey, tap in, right? What city and state you from, though? While we waiting, while we getting them vibe, that energy rolling, while we sharing the live, feel free to comment city and state. Reese, what's up, bro? Come on, hey, bro, I'm finna send you the link, dog. What you got going on, man? Hold on, this wifey. Hold on, real quick. Don't play this music. Real quick. Let me go open the door for wifey. Y'all check out my new track, Systematic Bullshit. That's Maurice Murray, a.k.a. Skodollar Man, one half of Woodstock 69, bro. We was actually just talking about Woodstock 69, and I told the homie to tag you.
Honest, hey, what's up? It's your boy, the Surf Ninja 219. Yeah. Stay wavy, my friend. Systematic bullshit. Hey yo, the game is full of envy. It's hard to hate, especially when that hating shit ain't in me. Can't find a trace or a trait. Allergic reactions when that shit come around. 1 minute I'm Iron Man, next minute I'm Robert Downey. You could be it, and niggas still clown. Yeah, it's a circus. No line, I'm only tame shit because of my purpose. I won't allow no bitch to run me in circles. I'm no ringing brother. Us against the world, me and my significant other. See, wife is for life, and every woman don't wanna be no baby mother. Mad explaining your 18-year-old the first time how to use a rubber. Before you start, that nigga rebuttal. Ain't gon' have no baby issues, crazy more than that, we in trouble. I asked why and he replied shit. I had no dollar bills, a lot alone made me scream shit. I could holler still, he like, Pops, you gotta chill. I'm like, nah, you gotta live. Fast forward, months later, my kid got a kid. And I ain't saying he won't do right by him. The problem is, I ain't giving a chance who do right by him. Like, damn, I ain't have a plan. Do you even have a plan? Just wanted to be better man instead of the next Peter Pan. Blowing grams, getting so high that you never land. Another lost boy won't make you a better man. The deadbeat speaks, so yeah, should tell a friend. God, body, God got me, bitch, I won't break up in. It's never about the time, it's about the money spent. Lord knows I learned more from my losses than my wins. It's the wrong way to do the right thing. Something ain't right, like fat boys in tight jeans. I'm biased to 200 pounders and skinny slightly. I might be stuck in my ways, having flashbacks of school, going to the food, brushing my ways. I think bread was in the gym, shit, cutting the face. I put the bleachers, reality bites, eating with dreamers, running with schemers, and hang with non-believers. I guess you could say you are who you hang with. Captain Hook and I keep who I came with. Even if I ain't automatically, I'm on the same shit. Fast forward, I got dry, now watch me lane switch. Cosmic vibes on how I think that's just a brain twitch. Picture the frame, flip James switch, warlock, I'm getting stoned. Hang, Sherlock, light bulb been blown. Still bright and sick, doc, my watch is on. Detect I've been through some shit. I survived when most didn't, that's why they pissed. If you ain't making money, then it really don't make sense. I break my back before I break my bitch. Make it another day, then they say that I'm blessed. If I grow another grade, then I guess that I'm stressed. Hits the shits off the chain, jewelry shit dropping my shines. Jewels and diamonds ain't dropping no dimes. Real life lies about my real life lies. I said real life lies about my real life lies. Systematic.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just was really feeling that. Yeah, CMC, they trying to Bobby Shmurda us. Kind of good. Kind of good. Everybody say hey to the queen, man. Everybody say hey to the queen. Everybody say hey to the queen. So my special guest actually sent a package directly to us for the queen, and I'm gonna have her open it. Wow, excuse me. The homie said hey.
Hey.
The homies is saying hey. Y'all make sure y'all share the live. She just got out of work. Yeah, you're a meister. But yeah, my guest sent the package. I'm finna grab the package. I'm finna give it to wifey. I'm gonna let her reveal it in front of you guys. This all works out right. And then hopefully by that time, Miss Asia Boo will be on the screen. But hold on 1 second. But you can talk to them, man.
Yeah, get out the way. Yeah.
What?
I was like everything down. Trying to be slick. What's up? I talking to the mic thingy?
Yeah, you talk directly into the mic.
Bonjour, comment ça va aujourd'hui? Je m'appelle Gila Devon. Et j'aime parler à tout le monde. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
What? What the hell did you say? Then you get on here snorting and shit. Tarina said, hey, Tarina.
Hey, Willie.
Sending you good energy.
Oh,
So here you go,
need this
baby.
back? Oh.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Open on here. I'm gonna move the mic. You got the wrong mic in
Oh,
your
she
face.
writes so pretty.
She do.
I don't. That's not my forte. That's why my daddy always said I should have been a doctor.
But I told you that Adonis is still here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Wow.
very weird.
Just sad.
It's very weird. Then I talked to the CPS lady,
Mm.
and she's like, I mean, I don't agree with it, but at the end of the day, I'm finna start responding to everything in such a mad dad way. She's like, I called her. Where is the element of surprise to find out if these things really happen to my son?
Right. Oh no, I just called her and asked.
I called her and asked.
She don't tell me the truth. What you talking about?
She said she told her that she would be back tomorrow, and they would talk in person then. So I mean, but after the conversation that I had with somebody earlier today, I'm not gonna let these type of things bother me. But let's go ahead. Look at the pretty packaging.
Y'all see her handwriting? Hold on. Is it up? Oh, it's upside down.
Can you see it with that light?
Yeah. Look how nice. Like, just so clean and crisp.
So when she get on the live, y'all make sure y'all tell Asia Boo, man, that handwriting is everything.
Ooh. It's washing it out, y'all, but it's a really pretty, like, plush
Hold on,
pink.
I'm gonna turn the light off for you, babe.
Trying to hide it. Oh, it's real dark now.
Did it get too dark?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's the this light? This one right here. Where?
I ain't got that one plugged up. I ain't got that one plugged up, bro. Wait, what? To what? Oh, to this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making sure you knew.
Look, y'all shed a light.
Shed a light, shed a light, shed a light.
Say shed a light in French, babe.
Live though. V?
You didn't turn my mic off.
No, it didn't. I didn't do nothing.
But the mic, why the mic ain't working?
Why nothing working?
Oh,
you got the whole thing off.
I forgot.
That's y'all friend.
I forgot.
You just turn the whole thing off instead of just unplugging.
Man, I'm trying to make it all easy on myself, man.
All right, here we go.
What
Did you turn it off again, James?
No, I did not. I shouldn't have.
No,
No.
it's on now. It's on. It's on. Don't touch it.
Oh.
You touched it. It went off.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
it went back on.
Is it a shortage?
Gotta be.
It got to be the cord, though. It can't be.
I think I'm pressing the wrong thing, first of all. Oh, yeah, I was. Okay, here we go.
I'm back here looking like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of Lost Ark. Yeah, you fucking up. It must be a shortage. I'll hold it.
Not so rough.
Hold on, I got it. I'm gonna go this side.
You jiggle it to the light, yeah. And then turn it on. Okay. Just don't move it after you jiggle it, though.
I'm trying to just put it down a bit, though.
Oh, my God.
Right, bro, come the fuck on.
Yeah, you gotta keep it there. You can't keep moving it.
Bro, I'm not finna. Okay. Okay, look.
I had it at first.
All right, whatever. Then how you gonna show them what you got gifted?
Wait, I gotta make it work again. Where's the on? Here it is. Okay.
Y'all ready?
All right.
I'm gonna hold it right there.
No, don't, James.
I got it. Move your hands. I got it.
Item number 1, we got Pure Opulence.
That's a dope name.
Love it. Love the color. It's a very plush, natural color. This is the type of pink that I wear. A natural pink. I really, really like this for real. Right. Technical difficulties. There you go, Willie. But we back. We live. Yeah. So I really like this. This is my favorite so far, but I have only opened one. So there we go. We got a little 10% off. Your girl like discounts.
Wait, she sent you something, then she sent you a discount?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Thank you very much. No, this is dope though. I will be using this because this is nice. All right, here we go. It's so many things. It's so many pretty things.
You ain't got no chapstick for the men? I'm definitely gonna ask her when she get on her. You ain't got nothing for me.
I'm not worried about you.
Whatever.
Is this clear? Hold on.
No, that's the color. Yeah, that's the color. Baby.
Wow.
That's the color, baby.
Wow.
Oh man, that's dope.
You know how many photo shoots I'm gonna use these things in though? Do you even understand? Look how pretty this purple is. This is favorite color. This is really pretty.
Yeah, this is. So that means that it would be that color then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh shit.
I knew that, but sometimes with like the colors, it's still kind of clearish. But these are very vibrant colors. You did your thing. I really like them.
You're gonna have to come in here. That's clear. So
they're clear right there.
I know what clear look like.
These are nice. Love. This is nice. It's very clean. Clean.
What does it smell like? Did you smell it?
I did.
I know girls that eat that shit off their lips. How it tastes.
Yeah, that's why I had to stop. Getting when I was younger. I had to stop getting scented because I kept eating it.
Why? What? That's ignorance. Pure ignorance.
How? Do you know how much I love food? Why? What are we talking about?
That's not food.
It smells like food, which is the problem.
Women. That's all I can say. Women.
Okay.
Women.
We got a clear. We got a natural. She sent me 2 of these.
She said that purple popping.
Ain't it though? She sent me 2 of these, which I love because I'm gonna use the first one up in no time. Ooh.
I like that color too.
Yeah, this is like a soft. This is like an actual.
Ooh, mix it. Ooh, put some of that on your top lip. See, let's just see. For real.
You don't know what.
That probably be dope. You don't even know. That's creativeness.
I already got the purple on. You're not finna be able to see it.
Oh, well, just do it for me. No, I wasn't saying on top of it. I was saying like in the spaces you didn't put it on.
It's no space. That's what I was saying.
Oh. That's what she was saying, y'all. My bad. I'm back here looking like Indiana Jones. I'm really. Oh, that's why, because I had my hat bent crazy.
It's gonna be nice. Ooh, a nice brown.
Look, she better not have gave you nothing.
A nice brown with this, y'all.
She gave you too much stuff, bruh.
A good lip liner.
I only said her a couple things, Asia.
It's a purple.
Did you see this color?
Do y'all see this gold? Bitch, I'm finna. With brown, man, listen. Hold on, y'all not. Give me a towel or something.
What? Hey, you want to wash it off?
I got the.
Hey, don't blame me. Don't blame me.
My makeup towel was in the back of them.
I get it. Do not blame me.
Do y'all see this? Y'all can't really see it, huh?
Sound like my window.
This color, and it got like a shimmer. Got like a I don't know if I can see it. Hold on. Y'all see that shimmer in there? That gold shimmer. I'm so excited. I was so excited because I was gonna go out and buy some lip glosses, y'all, because I just be doing so much stuff. But like, you send me everything, all the colors that I wear. You don't even know what colors I wear. You can go on my page because these are just so nice. I'm just so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. All the shoots I got coming up, the movies I got coming up, girl, I got you. I got you. I just booked another Tubi movie that I film on Friday. And I shall wear these colors. I'm gonna go ahead and The other color. Oh, God damn it. Let's see what the other color is first. That way. I'm dropping stuff.
Okay. All right. I just got off the phone with her too. She finna come on. She said the link is giving her a hard time to get on, but she's finna put it in her space bar or something. I forgot what the term is. But again, I'm mad that she sent you all this because this shit nice.
Hater. That's hater activity.
This is nice. You send me some nice stuff.
Shut up. Bruh. Do y'all see this? Hold on. They can't see it. Hold on. Y'all, it's like a nude pink with gold sparkles.
With the light on you, woman.
It's gonna wash out. That's why I didn't do that. It's gonna wash out. It don't show the color.
Oh, that's why you didn't do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That was good though. Put it back.
Yeah. Can they see it?
Y'all see that? It's a nude pink, like a very light nude pink, but then it got gold sparks in it, like.
She just hit the green room too, y'all. So we definitely right on time. Did you look at the last color? Bro, how many of them you gonna put on? Goodness. Asia, you got something here, sus. You got something here. I'm finna first what I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna turn her mic on and I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself. Cause again, like I said, hi boss.
I'm trying to see if it's sparkle. You can see the sparkle.
See, she's gonna be in the mirror all day. But I would like her to introduce herself. Like I said, so often we introduce folks and we might introduce them the wrong way. We might say some things about them that they don't want to be said. I feel like I could introduce myself better than anybody could. Can you?
This is the last one.
Bruh. Like for real? You done tried on all 60 of them. First of all, she sent you all the colors. I'm just confused as hell. We ain't got no men chapstick or nothing.
It's gonna go good with that brown.
I'm finna bring her on here. I am bringing her on right now. I swear. I usually take all her stuff, but this ain't gonna be one of them times. All right, 1 second. Hey, do me a favor, Asia. In order for me to bring you on, put your phone down so your face don't pop directly up. Just so the folks who don't know you can hear you, verbalize who you are, and then they'll get to see your face. Let me know when your face out the way, cause I can see it. I can see you.
My lip gloss is popping.
Lip
gloss is cool.
I'm bringing you on. Your mic is active. Go ahead and introduce yourself, ma'am, before you go.
Before I pop my face on?
Yeah, before you pop your face on.
Okay. So, hey, my name is Asia. A lot of people know me as Asia Boo. I am the founder and CEO of Pure Opulence Cosmetics. I'm also an influencer of 164,000 followers on Instagram as Miss Boo. I'm just an entrepreneur, a mother, a person is, promoting my business and living life.
Okay. Now here go the face with it, you guys. Hey. This is Miss Asia Boo. This is how I'll be doing the show from now on. I'll be having folks introduce themselves without their face on there, and then you'll get to see them. Hey, Asia. Everybody say hey to Asia, man. Everybody drop comments. Show Asia some love. You've seen some of her product before. I'm going to turn the light on now, babe.
I can't see y'all. Where y'all go?
We struggling. There we go.
Oh,
here we go. I'm finna pull back on the screen in 1 second.
Colors. I'm so excited. I can't even function. Like, I'm finna use these on all my shoots, all my movies. Like, you don't even know.
I'm so excited. When he told me to send you some, I said, I can't wait because you are so pretty to be, girl.
Thank you.
We just been like, even though I ain't met you, we've been friends in my head. I said, oh, yeah, she can definitely put on some lip gloss. So let me send every color.
Yes, ma'am. I will not let you down.
Asia Boo, Tarina and BK said, hey, make sure you say hey back to them, man. We got that village.
Hey, y'all. I see you.
Make sure y'all go follow Miss Asia, man. Her name is Asia Brown on Facebook. I want to say it's spelled ASIA Brown.
Yep.
So how you feeling today, Asia? Let's start there.
I feel real good. I had a real good day. Just blessed. I've been home all day, just chilling, but I got to, have a conversation with you. And then yesterday was my fiance's video shoot. So I got to talk to him about that earlier. And just basically inspire him and get him together. Everything's just been good. I talked to my baby today, my son who's 16. We had a good conversation. So today just been a good day for me.
Sounds good. With that said, I heard that you're in a relationship, so we're gonna definitely cover love. Baby going crazy over there, so we're gonna cover the business. You have a son. He's a teenager now. We heard that. So we're going to talk a little bit about family parenting as well. What would you like to start?
We can start with, we'll start with relationship, then we can go into parenting.
You're in relationship because my girl right here, is this what this is about? Like, y'all finna double team me?
I love. You feel what I'm saying? I see anybody that's genuinely in love, I be so happy. Like, I be seeing them, like, when I seen you post, I'm like, you look so happy. Oh my God. Like, I love. Anybody that's in, because I love my men. And like, when you honestly get somebody to truly love you, there's no feeling like it. Like, I told my friends, like, before, because my dude's so good to me, I was like, damn, it's messed up. I wish I could break my man into pieces and give a piece to all of y'all so y'all know what that felt like.
I hear that.
And because, I'm so used to them being like, he lied to me, he cheated on me, he this. And I'm just like, me and my man both over there. He African. He like, what is wrong with you?
Gayla would probably break me in half and then just give my bottom half to someone, and she keep my top half, right?
Maybe the other way around.
That is crazy, bro.
I know that's right.
That is crazy. Willie saying hey to you. Hey, again, Willie was asking too, what's up with the men lip stuff?
Everybody keep asking me that, but I'm gonna be transparent. You know what I'm saying? I just learned how to make lip gloss a year ago. So I perfected that. I would really have to do my research and be able to make like some lip balms. But I do have like a lip gloss that some men kind of like my brother. Everybody know my brother, but he wears it. And then I have my friend. She's a stud, so she doesn't really like to wear gloss. It's called Mint Rose, so it has like rose petals in it. It's not as glossy, but it's like soothe the lips, and it has like the mint soothing on your lips. So they'll wear that. But as far as something just strictly for men who don't want to pull out nothing with rose petals in it, I ain't got it.
Maybe for like Valentine's Day or something special.
Yeah. Right. I have to do my research. I would have to figure out how to make it before I start selling it. Like, I gave out so much lip gloss before it was even for sale. Like, I gave out at least $5,000 worth of lip gloss until I got to a formula that I felt like was, marketable.
That's smart.
Did it pay off? Did doing that pay off? We on some business right now, y'all. Take notes, share the live, comment. But did it pay off giving out that much product?
It did, because every time I gave out the product, I got a lot of feedback, and the feedback, wasn't always good, but it helped me grow. Like, people would be like, you know what, it don't last that long, or it's not that glossy, or you know what. So every time they gave me that, I would go back and I would research and I would learn about different things. Like, okay, I need to make it last longer. Okay, I need some more shine to it. You know what, I need to, make different colors. So every time somebody gave me some input, even to this day, people come to me and they tell me stuff, and I be like, all right, well, maybe I need to change this one with that one next time. So, sometimes the formula change, but every time it's improving, because I take criticism. Like, I give it out, and whatever they tell me to work on, I be like, all right, I'm going to work on it.
I'm going to tell you right now, these colors, you got something with these colors. They're very vibrant. They're very eye-catching. And me personally, I'm not a very loud lip person. Like, a red is the most that's like the loudest that I'll do. Maybe a pink, depending on the event. But I'm really more of a gloss.
Yeah, me too.
Pink nude that still kind of show a little pink plush kind of.
Yeah.
And these go great with my aesthetic, like what I like in a lip gloss. And honestly, even like the purple, like this isn't something that I would just buy if I saw it. But even the way that it went on with that purple tint, it's not too much.
Yeah, it's not dark. Like, I hate dark purple.
Yeah, you know, like usually, you know, the lipsticks be that real pigmented, but like the gloss, you still get a little bit of the color, but still with the gloss. So me, I'm not a.
But it's hard to find that.
Hmm?
It's hard to find that though. That's not something like we know that, but that's not something that's easy to find where it's just the right amount of tint. It's like either too much tint or it's too sticky or it's not enough tint, you know? So it's just like, it's really hard to find. It's not something easy. So kudos to you.
You're doing a great job.
I be so emotional. I done went through so much starting this business. I'm staying in my little shed. This is my shed, girl. I done flipped my shed into my office. So
little shed.
And look, real quick, it'll be comments at the bottom. They're giving you hella props. So make sure you do acknowledge.
I see them. I see purple is everything. Hey.
And I am not a purple girl.
She picky as hell. To see her act like how she acted, I know I'm gonna have to hide her. It's like, you know, just to make her go through something. Like,
okay,
come off of work and you just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million packs of. And I
no, I'm excited. Like I made it to Georgia. Now my products in Africa. My dude just did a video yesterday, and I had him have the models try the lip gloss on.
Wait. Africa?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Big moves.
That's dope.
Hold on. So
what I could probably
she in a relationship with somebody in Africa. Did you?
I heard.
I'm gonna sit down.
What I could probably do is give this, not all of them, maybe one, to my MUA, my makeup artist.
I can send you more, so let me know. Put me outside.
And then
Put me outside.
Put me outside.
Use it on other models though, and the other models will be like, "What's this?" And you know,
right.
And she'll love it because she don't have to buy her own lip gloss. So it's like it's a win-win.
Just let us know, because I didn't think about that.
I'm definitely with all promotion. Like with I work at my job, and it has like 1,000 people that work there. So I'm constantly selling out a lip gloss. But it's because they see me every day and they know me. I need it to be to where the people that don't know me, you know what I mean? So
how much is the lip gloss?
So
you selling out, that means it's reasonably priced too.
So for the long tubes, I had, let me show you. I can show you right now. So these long tubes on the website, I have them for $10. But when I see people in the street, I sell these for $8. I have a short one
I would easily pay
that I also sell for $7.
Yeah, $10 for this.
So everybody, once they try it, they like, girl, this is a good product. It lasts long. They don't mind paying the $8, or when they get online, they'll pay the $10 because of the pigments and the way that it lasts, and it's soothing. It's vegan, so you know there's no chemicals in it. Because I myself.
I love that.
A lot of people love it. I met this lady. I'm a union rep in my job, so the international union, she came down to meet me. So I gave her a whole bunch of free lip gloss. She went home to Detroit. She came back when we was going through our negotiation. She was like, "Girl, I need 15 more."
15 more.
And she like, "I'm gonna pass you out in Detroit."
Easy.
Everybody.
So you really think this is that? I ain't saying it ain't that good, but I don't use lip gloss.
You're not a woman.
I don't use lip gloss, but I know how she act.
Yeah.
And when she finds some shit that she like, and she easy and easy, breezy, cover girl face ass. You got somebody down here that says they need / want that purple and brown.
It's ready right now. So my website is called pureopulenceco.com. It's ready. I'm ready to ship. My nudes kind of sold out. The purple I still got to
think so.
But the nudes went off the shelf.
These
you hear
nudes are
like
ridiculous. Like I can't even
for their wife at work, and they'd be going home to Chicago and come back like, I can't come home unless I get 2 more. I'm like, oh, okay. So that sold out a lot. It's called bare minimum.
Yeah, like that pink plush nude. That's all me every day. That's why I'm happy you sent 2, because it's gonna go fast.
I'm happy you sent 2 because it's gonna go. I'm mad you ain't seen me one. I'm mad. She is too happy. Okay, on to something else. You can go. Anyway, no, I'm just playing. If you want to stay, you welcome to stay with me, love. You said Africa. You said you're in a relationship with somebody in Africa. You said Africa again. Then you said you also have pure opulence in Africa.
Yeah.
How Africa even come about? Let's go there.
So I'm popping on Instagram, right? But before popping on Instagram, I was popping on Facebook. So, I'm a BBW.
Not to cut you off before you finish. I do gotta go. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
I do love your products, and we will be working.
Definitely. Thank you.
Really, thank you for the movie props. I appreciate you.
Yeah, babe is in a few movies you can catch on Tubi right now. She's got another one coming out. She got a few coming out. She just do shit.
I know that's right, girl.
Got a couple.
You got a link.
Lip glosses too. Couple. But yeah, back to Africa, man.
Okay, so when I started on Facebook, I was in this BBW appreciation page.
Okay.
And so when my picture was posted, I got like thousands of likes, and then I got hundreds and hundreds of friend requests. So my ignorance, now I can say this because I didn't know any better. When I got all these friend requests, everything that I thought of Africa was like feed the children. Like I thought people in huts. I thought the fly on the little kid eye. So here comes this guy from Africa. He sends me a request. So as I'm deleting, I said, who is this naker in front of this Range Rover? Who is he? He got Jordans on. He got an iPhone. Oh my goodness, this the Princess of Moon. I'm about to take his money. I'm just being honest. That's what I said.
Okay.
And so when I accepted his friend request, he had messaged me on Facebook, and I was just so intrigued because I had never seen an African like that because of what all I was shown on Facebook or who we have that immigrates over here. They come from the poorer countries. So seeing him, this nigga don't need a better life. I'm sorry, can I say nigga?
You could definitely say nigga. You got the right one.
Okay, so he don't need a better life. And so we got to talking. And when we start talking, I'm like, wow, he likes all the same music as me. He likes the same clothing I wear. He's super nice. He fans to me. He look like a dude from Chicago. He dark skinned with some long dreads. I'm like, you wouldn't know he African until you be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. And so I was attracted to him. He was super nice, super kind. And he, I was intrigued by seeing him in this light. So as we got to talking, we began to talk for almost a year. Okay. And he kept asking me, hey, I want you to come to Africa. I want you to come to Africa. I'm going to bring you to Africa. And I'm like, nah, I can't do it. He going to sex traffic me or something going to happen. I can't do it. And
oh my God.
That's what I was feeling like. But he was doing so much. Like I was going through things like with my child and going through things here. And I would be talking to him just as a friend, telling him what's going on. And he'd be like, what's going on? Or Indiana, right? And I'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, okay, go to Western Union, pick up this money and get little man right. And I'd be like, huh? I wasn't asking him to do anything. I just was talking to him as a friend. And then I started realizing where I got dudes down the street who don't get gas money, who want me to come pick them up. This man ain't never seen me, and he want to help me with my child. So the thing that had me feeling, he bought my son some shoes one year for his birthday. So I asked him, I said, hey, I'm going to have my son get on camera and thank you. He was like, nah, that's not necessary. I said, huh? He said, I want to be with you. So he is my responsibility. That's the first time I had ever heard a man say that.
That's deep.
So it was like, okay.
Hey, I got a little hot over here, and I only mess with girls, but I ain't gonna lie to you. We got a lot of work to do, fellas. Nori is showing the fuck out. But I want to interrupt real quick. That just says a lot about the teachings in different areas.
Yeah.
Even though what we see on TV, they push the agenda that Africa's poor, Africa this, you know, these people actually have some sense. It's us that don't have sense, that we don't know how to treat women. I'm gonna be honest. I think that I treat my girl, my wife, soon to be wife, pretty well. I could always treat her better, but when I hear certain things, it does make me feel a certain type of way. Um, whether I was taught it or not. So I salute Nori. Yes, I know his name. I actually had the opportunity to meet him. We did talk about cross promoting and collabing or whatever. Shout out to Nori. But tell us more good things about this brother.
So the one thing that made me know that I was going to Africa, because I was still on the fence, even though we talked for a year, even though he was super nice to me, everything that he showed me was something that I wasn't used to from the men that I had dated here. He was totally kind and patient. He was like, he looked at me as a woman, as I have to provide for her because I love her. She's a woman. I have to protect her. And me being in the independent, I got money, I got a good job, I don't need no nigga, and then just have somebody come into my life who wants to be that, who don't want to dominate over me, but yet and still want to lead me into the way that betters our family, not dominating me. So when we finally got to talking about me coming to Nigeria, at the time, I had just got my passport. And so in order to go over to Nigeria, you have to have a visa. Getting a visa, you have to have a visa for 6 months. Excuse me. You have to have a passport for 6 months in order to get a visa. I had just got a passport. So I told him, like, look, this trip not going to happen. I ain't going to be able to do it. And he looked at me. He said, babe, Google if you need a visa to South Africa. So I Googled it. I said, no. He said, well, me being African, I need a visa to go to South Africa. Sidebar, a lot of people don't understand. We kind of know that when we're in the U.S., we go from state to state.
Okay.
In Africa, they go from country to country, meaning that
it's a continent.
It's a
Africa
continent.
is the continent.
It's a continent. So you can look at the people in Egypt look different. Then you can go down to the Sudan. It's super hot there. You go down to South Africa, it's more tropical. Like I always use this as an example.
Look at her talking that talk. She'd have been there. If this don't motivate y'all, if this don't do nothing but motivate you to be great and accept who you are, because we're going to hear a story. We're going to hear a few testimonies. I'm definitely going to have some folks call in. I don't know how long Asia Boo is going to be with me, but I can tell at this momentum, this pace, this is going to be one for the books. No, for real. You named all the countries. People can't even name the cities in Indiana, let alone, you know what I'm saying, like the state capital. Before you to name those, that make me want to go even much more. I always wanted to go there.
It's an experience. I feel like, you know, the one thing that we've been lied to about where we come from. And when you get off the plane for the first time and you see the sky literally looks like something off the Lion King. The sky is purple and orange and blue at night. You see the mountains, you see the palm trees, you see the white sand, you see the perfect everything. And then the first thing you see is nothing but white people. And so if people are always promoting Africa to be so bad, but yet and still, when you go to South Africa, the people that own the most land is Caucasians.
Real quick. So this brother, he's one of my brothers. He wrote, Miss Asia, did you stay in Portage? And then he spent the block and said,
yeah, I did. I
feel this is my old neighbor. She was dating a man in Africa and showed me pictures of Africa that was real, since beautiful. He probably meant that was beautiful, but do you know Willie? Do you know this gentleman? He says he thinks that you guys were neighbors at some point.
We probably were. If he said I'm in Portage.
This is Paris' sister, brother. This is Paris' sister. So if you and Paris live in a vicinity of each other, this is his sister.
I gotta turn off this air conditioning in here. I'm getting cold.
Man, my girl in them air conditioners. Why you brought that to the? I did have a question for ladies. I didn't know when I was gonna present this question, but this is the perfect time. And fellas, like, is this something about when you guys get a little older? I know they say menopause, etc., but she be having me freezing over here. Like,
but it do. Now me, I haven't hit that part in life, thank you, Lord. But I've been working with some ladies. They'll put me in an igloo. Like they literally tell me like they whole body. You can touch them. They be hot to the touch. They be burning up, and I be sitting there looking at them like, I'm cold. It's like people don't know this about me, but I turned myself in back in the day when I didn't have no license. So I went to jail for about 48 hours and let me know I can't break no laws. I'm like, it feel like jail in here.
Oh, jail is a different beast. They gonna freeze your nipples off.
They gonna freeze you. I'm like, it feel like jail in here. Turn the air down. So I haven't hit that point in life.
Let me say she carry little fans with her.
Having your own personal summer. I know a lot of ladies that go through that. I haven't hit that, but I know that I be in the office with the other ladies I work with, and I be in there in a full hoodie. It be 99 degrees outside, and I be looking around at them, and they be like, "Don't touch that."
I got alarms and everything set. So how long have you and Nori been dating?
Me and Nori, we met in 2018. Oh, I never told you what Nori did. So the thing that made me want to go to Africa is that when he had to get a visa, this man flew to another country to meet me because I couldn't get to Nigeria. So when he got there, the weather, he's been in Nigeria his whole life. So it's 99 degrees every day. They ain't got no other weather but hot. So he got to South Africa.
Wait, it's always hot? It's always hot?
It's always hot. One weather. Unless they have a rainy season.
And then you the way you describe the sky, really it made me start thinking. It just tells us a lot about what these, I want to say white folks, but it's black people too, but what these folks are doing to the atmosphere to create these situations. I know you're not lying. I mean, wasn't the sky purple and different colors in Black Panther as well?
It was. When you land in the US, I ain't trying to be funny, but it's like you land in dirt. Like the sky looks gray. But if you land in Africa, it's the bluest of blue you've ever seen in your life.
How far was that trip? How long?
Oof. You know what? At this point, it's like kind of going to Miami for me because I go all the time, so it doesn't affect me. But it's 22 hours. The shortest one I ever found was 17 hours.
It take a whole day?
Took a whole day. So I fly from 7 hours from Chicago to Amsterdam. I sit in Amsterdam for about 3 hours. And then from Amsterdam to Cape Town, it's about another 12 hours. So it's a long time.
Hey, sis. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Tammy. I don't know if I spoke. I'm doing great. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I was hurt with my son being picked up and taken. I found out Asia, he's actually still in Atlanta. They're still here right now at this moment. But after talking to, I'm gonna keep it honest. Me and Asia, we talked earlier. We was only supposed to talk maybe about 10, 15 minutes. I got a caller calling in. I'm gonna call you right back, bro, because I know exactly who this is. I'm gonna call you right back. But we was only supposed to talk 10 to 15 minutes, and me and Asia may have talked maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
But it was needed. The conversation, the spirit took over her. And again, this is why I call this situation church. I don't know if you know, I call this Church in the Wild with Worthy. Also, that's the name of my podcast. But the words of encouragement that she gave me, just the words, period, bro. It lifted my spirits. I know very often I say on here, and as much as I say it on here, I want to be able to say how I feel now. I often say I believe in God, but when it comes to Jesus, I question that. I think maybe I question it just because of the name and J's one created, but it's not about his name or his title. It's about his presence and his position, what he did, regardless if his name was James, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel the spirit. I feel like I've been fighting it for quite some time. I feel like even when Brother Malik comes on here, beyond his what you call that, his male chauvinist, or alpha energy, he's always talking about God and Jesus. And I try to shoot that down often. But I will say this publicly, just like I say everything else. I'm feeling great. God is good. Jesus is well. I feel his spirit. I know what I need to do. I need to accept some things and allow God to work his magic. I can't do everything. I can work on me, and that's just it. God got me. So I talked to Asia. everything she said just resonated in my spirit. I had moments where I was crying. It wasn't tears of sadness. It was like, man, I've just
revelation.
Revelations. So I appreciate her, and I love this lady. She don't know what she did for me today. She encouraged me in ways that people have not been able to do when talking about God and Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have been that quiet in quite some time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good, and I'm very appreciative of her. That's why I think the Spirit sent me to ask her to be a part of this. You know, I did see that she had a business. I did want to be a part of it and help her promote. But I think in all actuality, God sent me to her. You know what I'm saying? So I got this brother calling, and I'm gonna call him right back. But I don't know how long you gonna sit with us for the night. Just how much time you got?
Well, I'm free. Just let me know.
Okay, well, since you sitting with me for a while, I'm gonna call this brother while we on. You gonna sit with me for the duration or until you tired. I'm gonna allow him, not allow him, but the brother got something to say. And again, my platform is about bringing awareness to people who want to be a part of their child's life, whether it's a father, mother.
Got you.
So this is one of them brothers. So I'm finna call him back. I'm gonna put him on live speaker and want to hear what he has to say, and then we'll continue our motivation for everybody.
Got you. I'm gonna change seats. Sit over here on the couch.
Do you think? I'm calling this brother right now. I'm finna put him on speakerphone. To my panel members, if you guys still want to join, cool. Just let me know. Reach out, inbox me.
Hello.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I apologize about that. We live, we hot, man. Go ahead and talk to me.
Man, I just want to first and foremost, I appreciate what you're doing, man. Like I was telling you earlier, man, we need, you know what I'm saying, advocates, you know what I mean? And just, you know what I'm saying, to let your viewers know, you know what I'm saying, I'm going through a similar situation that you are with my child mother. I actually had my child mother move out of state on me. So as we're dealing with a custody battle.
Wait, so when you say move out of the state, you're saying she moved out of the state you guys are in during the custody battle?
Correct.
Oh, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
Right, exactly. And one of the things that I'm having trouble with is I finally got the court order to even speak to my daughter. Like at first she wasn't letting me speak to her. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't FaceTime her. I don't even know if my daughter was even breathing for the last, you know what I'm saying, 6 to 7 months because I couldn't talk to her. So,
sad.
You know what I mean?
And he not lying. This goes on all around the world, you guys. We want to bring awareness to this. What's your name, bro? Real quick so I know how to address you. Demetrius. Okay, no, you good, Demetrius, man. Go ahead and finish. So 6 months, you went without even speaking to her, knowing that she was still alive. What happened after that?
Because she ended up moving her out of state. Took her out of school. So she waited till the school year was in. I wasn't even able to go to my daughter's, you know what I'm saying, kindergarten graduation, which that was on me because I had a DVO on me. Cool. I mean, that's squash. But to sit up and just move my kid, to take her out of school and just move, like I was saying, that's alienating the kid. That's illegal too. So,
real quick.
It's a lot of things that I know that, you know what I'm saying, us as men don't know that we felt like women had the rights.
That's what I was finna ask you too, Demetrius. Like when how did you go about finding out these things? Did somebody have to tell you? Did you research on your own? Like, how did that come about?
Well, yeah, most of it research on my own. I got a good friend. I got a couple resources to where I can talk to lawyers and, you know what I'm saying, get a whole, you know what I'm saying, alignment of what I need to do instead of me hiring an attorney, you know what I mean?
I feel like the whole hiring attorney, they want us to spend our money.
Man, I talked to a couple attorneys, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lady told me, even though I'm still in the hearing phase and I haven't went to trial yet, they're still trying to charge me over $3,000. Just for, you know what I'm saying? Just now, I done went all through. I done went and presented all the paperwork that I needed. I done did all the foot traffic work. You know what I mean? I might not have my, you know what I'm saying, wording and stuff down yet for my trial.
Right. The wording part, yeah.
Yeah, but as far as like speaking, I go to court and it's nothing but for the child. I don't bring the mother into anything. I don't say she did this, she did that. It's strictly about the child. And I went to court Monday this past week, and I just got my rights to talk to my child. I had a problem today with talking to her because her mother tried to get on the line, and that's attempted court. So
are you
figured that out.
Are you like screenshotting, video recording? Are you like just keeping receipts and shit like that? That's what I call receipts.
Okay, well, my receipts go strictly to the court. We're on an app called Parent Talk.
Oh.
Any person that doesn't have any communication with their child, now you gotta go about it the right way. You can't be on there cussing them out or anything like that. But the court has full access to that.
Is this?
And you can.
This is only where you from?
I'm sorry.
Is this only where you're from?
Indiana too. I'm sorry.
It's everywhere. Okay.
It's everywhere.
What is called again, brother? Say that for the people that's listening in.
It's called Parent Talk.
Okay.
And what it does, you have to subscribe to it now, but it ain't nothing but like $24, and you get like 3 months. But it has video recording. You can do video, you can do regular phone, and it has text message. And within that scope, if you deem something to be out of what the court says, you can email it right to the court. You don't know what I'm saying? And for your next court date, they'll have it.
So instead of cause see what I did on my end, I took evidence, and the first time I took it in thinking that I would be able to present it like being at the table. The second time,
and you wasn't able to be heard.
Hell no, motherfucker. Then the second time, after doing research, I found out that we're supposed to submit the evidence prior to going, and they still wouldn't see it. So I'm gonna try the Parent Talk, definitely, bro. We needed that, Jew. Hey, bro, tell him where you from. I talked to this gentleman already, man. He's actually gonna be somebody who's helping me on the back end, giving me information to feed you guys on the daily. But tell him where you from, bro.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
You sound like a Midwesterner. You got a little country slang, but you definitely sound like you.
All my family is from Jacksonville, Florida, fam. So it might come a little southern in there a little bit.
Bro said that's a gym, man. Let me ask you this, bro. I really do want to continue the convo with you, but can we set up like an interview, even if you're not on the screen? Can we do it where your voice?
Yeah, I'll do it definitely. Like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad to run across your page, you know what I'm saying? I know you're going through a rough spell. I am too, fam. But, you know what I'm saying, just to acknowledge you and you know what I'm saying, the application that, you know what I'm saying, I know it's more out there like us. So, I mean, like documents and stuff, I can give people templates to documents to where you can fill your own stuff out. But the thing is, if you're going to go through it, you can't be halfway in, halfway out. It's not going to work.
And with him saying that, I want to acknowledge that's kind of where I was at. Even with me standing up for myself and speaking up for myself, it's my approach. I hate that I have to tuck tail what I consider to be tuck tail, but it's the game. And hearing it from this brother, it makes it feel so much better. Along with the conversation I had with Asia Boo earlier. Like I said, her words of encouragement was confirmation to everything. You know, I lost this situation just truly because of me. It could have been handled so much better when I got my son. At the times that I allowed the court or the system to fuck me over and get the best of me, I could have responded and been a perfect example on how to get my son without no issues. I appreciate you, bro, calling in. Demetrius, let's set up for next week so we can do a whole show with you, bro.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. And I'll have receipts and stuff for you. Like if you can like create something on your page, we can set the templates up there. You know what I'm saying? The wording's in there. The only thing that a person's gonna have to do, because it's different from state to state, and the codes from state, you have to find them codes in your own state, which is not hard. Like It's not hard at all. So.
All right, we on that time, bro. Me and you will talk. If not, probably not tonight. Let's talk tomorrow and just go over the in and outs and figure out how we want to deliver this to the people, bro.
That's a bet. I'm with you.
It's a bet. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, thanks, bro.
No problem. No, thank you, man. My head up. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like I said, that conversation from earlier changed the whole momentum.
The spirits, though, bro, and that's what I like. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep that motion going because, you know, sometimes I get down too. But as long as, you know what I'm saying, you can always call me if you need, you know what I'm saying, to rant or write, you know what I'm saying, somebody, do it in private, bro. Do it in private. You don't want all them people, you know what I'm saying, they already looking at us as just black men. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a mark against us anyways. So
that's a fact, bro. I'm definitely following your lead, just like you is, vice versa. I'll holler at you in a minute, D.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Blessings, man. Have the night you deserve. Oh man.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but the one thing that I kept thinking, soft words turns away wrath. So although you said it feels like tucking your tail, but sometimes when you speak positivity, it can change a situation from being negative into being where you need it to be. Because it's true, when you speak kindly into a situation, it can turn the entire situation around. But you can't clean off dirt with dirt.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's coming to you aggressive and mean, and you turn around and you show that, nothing's going to get solved. That's why it's a scripture that says soft words turns away wrath.
I agree totally, just from living it, just from seeing, even though I know I'm right, and there's not a right or wrong thing, it's more about protecting my child, but knowing that I'm morally right should be enough for me to be calm and make sure he's right. Like I said, when whoever that was that wrote, "Hey, how you feeling?" You know, after the words, and I really just like, oh yeah, I did mess up here. And you got to be able to judge yourself. You can't be judging everybody else. You got to be able to tell yourself, like, hey, I went wrong right here. This is why I made the wrong turn at, and I'm willing to fix the situation with her as much as is needed to be fixed in order for him to have a perfect, as close to a worthy life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching this, baby mama, eventually I hope that we can really come to terms and figure out how to make it work for him. I talked to him early after me and you talked. The first thing he said was, "Daddy, mommy's protecting me. Don't worry, I'm safe." I was a little on the fence with it. I'm like, is this because of what I've been teaching him, or is this her pushing the agenda on him? Because CPS defects are going to visit them. You know, I'm just going to say it publicly. This ain't a private thing. I thought everything that's went on and you got him back, I need people in the position to make sure he's okay and it's been okay. As long as they do that, cool. But he says, "Daddy, we're still here in Atlanta. Can you send me my Pokemon Charizard card, other things?" And I'm kind of getting choked up while I'm talking to him because, of course, I want to be like, "Let me speak to your mom."
Yeah.
But then I'm like, nah. I'm like, yeah, that's dope, son. But I'm talking like this, yeah, that's dope, son, because I don't even want to give off that, like.
But the unfortunate thing that we have to realize too, when dealing sometimes with women, a lot of times they'll use the child as get back to you. It may not be necessarily about the child. They love their child. They're going to take care of their child, but they're going to do that and separate you to hurt you for whatever they felt that you wronged and hurt them at the past. And the only weapon that they have sometimes is the kid. So they'll use them to try to right a wrong they felt like you did to them.
Well, I think it's really just narcissistic people, because it's some good women out here that will.
It is not all. I'm not
your
saying
kid
all.
right off to your ass.
I don't do that. But it is a lot of women who they feel upset or they're hurt or you moved on or how dare you and you're over here happy. So I'm going to do something to make your life miserable. If they have no hold on you in relationships or anything, they'll use the children. And that happens a lot with vindictive, evil people.
You could say
And
it.
it's something it's
Bitches.
something that she's hurt about, that she needs to give forgiveness to you, so what she won't hold whatever that against you and keep your baby away from you because she's hurt about something.
But I got to make sure I'm not hurting. You know, whether it's even hurting because of the crazy shit she done to me. I got to let that. We talked about this.
Right.
I got to let that
Both
hurt
of
go.
you. Because we have to realize too, perception is our reality. So, okay, you feel this way of what she's done to you, but in her head, she could have a whole different picture. Me and you both can watch the same movie and have two different interpretations of it. And her perception may be, he hurt me, he left me, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
No, but you just talking in general as a woman, you know.
Yeah. And then you could be feeling like, girl, you done did this, that, and the third. How you gonna feel some type of way?
Right.
End of the day, it's our perception. Our perception is what makes us act the way that we act. And so it could be she has some forgiveness that she needs to give, and so do you, so that you guys can come together and do what's important, because the only person that's being hurt is the child.
I agree.
He needs his daddy. He needs his daddy. He needs his mama.
There's so much alienation, though. But even Demetrius talked about certain things that prior to my situation, I didn't know that you could report not seeing your kid. I didn't know that you get a certain time. I don't like that. I don't like being allowed to do that.
Right.
I know you talked about Nori just a little bit. We ain't talking about him enough. I want to give that brother more praise. We're gonna spin back on him. We talked about Africa.
My man, in.
Hey, I got a lot of work to put in, man. I remember when my girl was bragging about me. I've been lacking. I could say mentally, I've been lacking for a little second. It got a lot to do with the things that I've gone through. But again, I have to remember everybody. I'm a leader. I'm a head of a household. I'm a dad. I'm gonna be a husband. I have to remember what my position is. And Malik, again, this dude is a fucking male chauvinist, but he be saying some real shit. And he said, man, we was talking about asking your woman for $40, or and he described it like, why would I want to ask my woman for $40, even if I needed it? Why wouldn't I go out and work for it? And my response was like, shit, we live in a time now where you might make a little less than your wife, or she might work these days and you just spent all your money on some shit and you need it. But I don't think he was trying to say like, don't ask her, but he was saying this gotta
go
be
out and get it before you ask.
Before you ask her. And a lot of times we looking at what's right in our face and not what's over that wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we talking about parenting right now. I know you got a child. He's a teenager. Let's talk about him. Describe him to the folks. Tell him who he is. You know, not necessarily his name, but just you a mama. We like to praise our kids. What's up?
Right. So I got a son. Well, I just tell his name is Jake. It's cool. I can say his name. He is our
State Farm. He ain't Jake from State Farm, is he?
Yeah, basically. But he's autistic, but he's very high functioning. He's a very cool kid. He's very kind. He's very giving. He's easygoing. He's very blunt, like his mama. Sometimes his blunt is a little bit inappropriate. So I'll be like, bro, relax. Like, can't be saying stuff like that. He'll be like, yep, it smells a little funny in here. You be like,
oh, yeah.
So, but he's a very cool kid. He's my only child. He's 16. He is now trying to become social since he's a teenager. And so
how's that working? Like with him starting to become social?
It's hard for him because first of all, he's the only child. He was basically raised with a video game in front of him. So his only idea of being social has been virtual. So he didn't know how to separate virtual reality from reality. And that was the hardest part for him becoming a teenager, because now he has hormones. Now he likes girls. Now high school, and he doesn't understand, and he didn't have any siblings. You know, your siblings are your first friends, your first teachers, and He never had those things. So the only thing that he had was the video game. So getting him out of that has been a very hard, and a lot of time I blame myself for a lot of things that I did. I felt as a parent, and a lot of parents, we do this because there's no book out there to parents, and you know what I mean. So me providing financially, giving him everything that he wants. My son's blessed. Like, I would rent out movie theaters and take all his friends, or we go to Disney World for a week for his birthday. I'll rent a party bus and we go to Dave and Buster's. He's the only child. So I try to make up for my working all the time, my absence, with buying him things. But in actuality, it made it bad for him, because as he got older, he didn't know how to socialize. And being autistic, you know, it was harder for him to try to get in these groups, and kids would be mean to him or make fun of him, and he just didn't know what to do. And that
How to respond.
yeah, it resulted in,
I want to interject real quick. I feel like a lot of kids are autistic and we just don't know. Like, we don't go get them checked out, or however you find out. I know we talked briefly about Jake as well. And when you said what you said, as far as like, I worked a lot, I not purposely, but as how you think about it now, I allowed the video games to raise him.
Right.
And I agree. And then I like said, well, damn, that just sounds like my baby mother. Not in a bad way, because again, I don't be trying to just tear her up, but not knowing that she's going to work to provide for them, but not mentally realizing that time away, because these are things I see in my son, my 5-year-old. He doesn't, he knows kind of how to deal with people, but then again, he doesn't. Because he's 5, he'll fire on your ass if he feels a certain type of way. He will say whatever if he feels a certain type of way. And if we bring awareness also to these type of situations, I think our kids would be better off. We got to start back taking them to parks, reading books to them, socializing, taking other kids out with them. You know what I'm saying?
If you go and you look and you go somewhere, all the kids are in the corner on some type of tablet or some type of phone. They're not socializing at all. They don't know. If you take those electronics for them, they break down, they go crazy, because literally my son was born during the time that tablets first came out and Angry Birds first hit the phones. And so he was really raised by these things. Like, every time, me thinking I'm being a good parent, I'm getting him the new Xbox every time it comes out, or a new tablet, or a new phone. Or sometimes, like one time, I tried to punish him and take stuff out his room, and every time I took something, the nigga was pulling out something new. Like, I forgot, like, ooh, here go the laptop, here go the phone, here go the game. I took that. Oh, he got another system. I had so much in there. I was like, what did I buy? It was so much that he had in his room, and every time I took something from him, he was like, girl, boo, I got a laptop, I got an iPad, I got a tablet, I got a phone, and you ain't doing nothing.
So how I respond to stuff makes me think, like what you saying. I was raised by the TV. Like, we had video games, but it wasn't digital like how it is now. Everything, you know what I'm saying? But as I sit and think, we talk about it, I'm like, damn, maybe that's why I can't play the game. You know, when I say play the game, when somebody says something that I know is offensive, I still respond like I'm ready to kick your ass, instead of responding in a manner where it's like, oh, that's cool. You know, just saying something that wouldn't even raise it to this level. Because I think about men that I be around, and I know they maybe was more social or family oriented, and knew how to operate, was raised by men. So, you know how they say men ain't supposed to go back and forth with women and shit of that nature, or they will respond more masculine, instead of some consider my going back and verbalizing with a female as feminine. We got to start blaming. I mean, I take accountability. I'm a grown man and I need to fix that. But that's like a society issue, right?
I don't think that sometimes when they say if you're going back and forth with a woman, that's a female trait. I don't really feel that it's a female trait. I just feel like it's a messed up person's trait, because as a woman, you shouldn't be going back and forth with nobody either. You get what I'm saying?
I take my kid tablet. He gets it at the end of the week. That tablet had my son acting like a crazy fool.
Ooh, right.
So I allow him his tablet on Friday and Saturday. His behavior is better.
Girl, ooh, amen. I had to really take everything from my child because this is 14, 15 years of him doing this. And it became to where he was depressed and didn't know how to live life outside of. He felt like his only friends were on Xbox Live versus the friends that were outside. And he couldn't tell the difference. You would have kids literally wanted to be his friend, but he didn't know how to socialize with them because he had been locked on a tablet. And it came out in depression. It came out in craziness. And then when my son came to me and said that I wish I was popular like you. And how do you fix that for a kid when he sees everywhere his mom goes, everybody knows her and everybody wants to come over if I throw a party, and he's looking at me like all my friends want to hang with you. Like, you know, all the young girls in high school know who Jake's mom is and want to come hang with her. And he like, well, what the you know? But that's because he wasn't taught social skills. And it was just me not knowing, not purposely. I'm just feeling like, hey, I'm working, I'm providing, and I'm giving him what he needs. But I wasn't. And then that takes again to what we going about this parenting, when we need both parents to be there and ready, because mama was grinding because mama didn't have no help. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not to discredit his father, but the truth is what the truth is.
Right.
I was grinding because I had to. You know what I mean? I gave my son a beautiful life. You know, I'm very blessed with the job I got and the money that I made. But the life that he was given, the weeks in Disney World and everything like that, if it wasn't me, it was my parents. And I had to grind like that. And had I had somebody be like, hey, you don't got to work 60 hours, I would have more time to be there and to nurture him and to, you know, get him to be able to go out, because that really affects kids. They be ready to commit suicide. And, you know, the things, their thought process isn't like ours. So if they don't have no friends, the first thing they want to do is hurt themselves.
That's a fact. My 5-year-old was trying to choke himself out at school out here because he was saying to the little girl, the way they described it, he was saying to the little girl, are you my best friend? And the little girl kept saying, no, I'm not your best friend. But what she was saying, I'm not your best friend. But he was taking it, yeah. But he was taking it like, oh, she's not my friend. But he was literally trying to choke himself out. And that lets me know that he hasn't had the opportunity a lot to be in those environments with kids and know how to talk to them and treat them. I think I told you about my son, my other son. The mom said that he put his hands on another girl. She said it wasn't nothing bad, but it's bad enough if he put his hands on a girl. But my presence of not being there on a daily, or my presence of not being allowed to parent on a daily is missed. And that was the opportunity. Even his mom said that admittingly. But through your conversation, I understood like where we hit and miss. Ain't no guide to being a parent. You know, you try to think about some of the things you went through, and you in hopes that most of us try to apply positive methods to the madness and create these dope individuals. Right. But it don't always work that way.
It doesn't. And it's very important for both parents to be in the kid's life, because it's something that I shared with you earlier. A man is a woman's or a daughter's first love. So a man treats you, your father treats you how a man's supposed to treat you. And a father also shows a man how to be a man. But we need a woman, because at the end of the day, we're the nurturers of those children. So we need to be the mothers, because even if you had your father show you how to be a man, how to raise a family, lead a family, you still needed that hug and that comfort from your mama.
To know what a woman, how you want your woman to approach life.
Right.
I found myself, and I'm just being honest, this ain't a shot at my mama, but like you said, the truth is the truth. I found myself picking a lot of women that just so similar to my mom. It didn't have to be the looks, but it could be the mouth. It could be a disrespectful mouth. It could be just everything that my mom was. Not who she is now, but what I've known her to be as a parent. Now I find myself with a woman who's completely different from what my mom was. It's certain things that she just ain't gonna do. And I'm happy for that.
Mm-hmm.
But that just go back to the situation where you say, hey, men are gonna be, fathers are gonna be daughter's first love and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was supposed to be my first love. She's supposed to be something that I look up to, not in a nasty way, because you got weirdos out there, but in a way, you know, I just seen it and I'm like, huh, but whatever. Because even my child's mother saying to him, I can't wait to lay in the bed with you and let you rub my back, it's kind of weird for me, but I have to, I guess, take it because the system says I have to. But whatever. Let's change the subject because I'm finna start. I don't want to start.
So yeah, I feel you.
We talking about Jake being a parent. Mm-hmm. I know you did mention that Nori. He's done a few things for Jake without you asking, without you even saying nothing, but just telling him what's going on. Has he met Jake yet?
So Nori has never been to the U.S. We are working. I've been to Africa up 10 times. But the thing about, if anybody knows about travel, in America, we privileged. We can go anywhere in the world. They kind of open a red carpet for us. Anybody want to come over here, they like put the dogs out. You know what I'm saying? America, we just not friendly like that. That's why a lot of people, you know, kind of sneak in the country. But him going over, that's another thing. Him going over to South Africa, he was going to South Africa to meet me, but he wasn't a citizen over there. So he overstayed his visa in South Africa, which made him illegal. And so he has to get his paperwork straight there in order to come here. Now, initially in 2020, we had a wedding planned for August 8th. Before COVID in the world and everything. So he was supposed to go back to Nigeria. We were supposed to get married. And then out of nowhere, here comes COVID. And they had travel bans for everybody leaving the U.S. And even after the U.S. lifted their travel ban, South Africa wasn't allowing people from U.S. because the numbers was high. They didn't let people come over there. So almost 2 years, I didn't see him. And my wedding got canceled. I was in the house. I never thought I was going to see him again. I would be crying every day. At one point, I had got to the smallest weight in my life. I was so snatched. Then I was up here cooking greens and macaroni every day during quarantine. And I gained all this weight. And then, you know, I hadn't seen him. And it took 2 whole years to go over and travel to see him. And by the time I got over there, now his visa expired. So the thing that really, how do I put this? So it's like a lot to our story. But when it was time to really get the money to pay for his paperwork, instead, he wanted to support me in my business. I remember him saying to me, he was like, the money that we always spend on the tickets, let's put it into the business. And at first I had an attitude like, what you mean? But I didn't know how much, you know, money it was going to take to start my business. And he really sacrificed a lot to be able to see me win because he loved me, you know. So every little extra dollar he got, instead of getting his situation straight, he wanted to make sure that my business succeeded.
Shout out to Nori, man. Shout out to Nori. Hey, we ain't talking about Nori no more, bro, because he gonna have a lot of brothers and fucked up situation. I know I got a lot of work to do. He's
a really good man. And he really, and I shared this with you. He was the first man that came in my life who made it safe enough for me to be submissive. I've always been like a boss. I've always been dominant. I've always made money. I always been this type of person, but he came and he was a leader, but he wasn't a leader like dominant, like you gonna do what I say do because I'm a man.
Real quick, I want to say hey to Pamela. Pamela, I'm doing great. I appreciate you asking. Like I told everyone earlier, I had a dope ass conversation with somebody. Well, this person right here. I had a dope conversation. She lifted my spirits, but she also sent me in another direction with what I want to do with my life. So I do appreciate you asking. I'm great. I hope all is well with you. Hope all is well with everybody that's watching. While I got the time, make sure you share the live. If you could share the live in some groups, you can share the live to your friend page. You can share the live to your page. You can share it in the messages. You hear what we talking about? This message is not just for me, but somebody else. Somebody needs to hear this. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do you remember where you was at?
Oh no, we was just talking about Nori being the
No,
man.
we can't keep talking about Nori, bro. I'm finna be in trouble. I told you.
No, you not. Listen, Nori.
I'm just talking shit.
I'm about to say Nori is the type of man who he not even doing this because he wants like clout, and it's not because like he's African or nothing like that. Because I met some African dudes who just they like Gary dudes with an accent, like they. I'm calling over there. She like, girl, he cheated on me and he took the Range Rover. I said he took the Rover back. Like I think
this some African shit going on.
And she's sitting up there like, could you introduce me to somebody? I'm like, girl, you don't want nobody over here. That's
right.
The same thing, girl.
So real quick, I'm gonna ask you this. The whole visa thing, do they still marry off? Like, are there still people, not just Africans, but are there people from other continents marrying U.S. citizens to get their green card?
Green card. Yeah, it definitely. But to be honest, like Nori never wanted to move to to America. He wanted me to move there. But me having a child that's young, I said I'm not going to uproot his life and take him to another country. And then my parents are a very big part of his life. So taking somebody I could see, my grandma lived down the street. I go to her house every other day. To take him to another country is cruel. So we came to the, Nori doesn't have kids. So we came to the agreement that he would come here. But sidebar, that's before, this is in 2020. But now Jake is 16 years old. So at this point, I'm ready to buy a house in South Africa and get up out of here. Like, I don't want to live here no more. And the thing that back to it, this all ties into children. I was there in July and the kids there, because I was going through all this situations with Jake, with him being depressed and trying to get him away from the games. The kids that I was going to see were so different from my nieces and nephews. And, because I'm like the resident neighborhood mama. So I only just have Jake. I got my Mexican daughter. She live down the street. It's my baby. She come over all the time. And I got my coworker daughter who look up to me. She comes spend nights with me. And, so I'm just the resident mama. But seeing how they're depressed and anxious and they're addicted to their phones as well. They're not autistic or anything like that, but they just look up to me because of the way I dress or something like that. Yeah.
You're cool, but they don't know in the end. That's how they look at me. This hair, my son, like they be going crazy, but they don't know I'm a disciplinary. I'm gonna make you do some work. I'm gonna talk to you about life.
I had to get my little adopted niece together, my coworker's daughter, because she called me talking to crazy, basically, because the way I look. I said, hey, I ain't your home girl. And she got shocked. Like, I said, all this you talking about, I don't approve of none of that. And she was just like, well, I'm sorry, auntie. But looking at me, she get it. She know I'm going to talk about these dudes and these tattoos. I want to go out to Chicago because my parents don't know nothing. And she looking at me like, oh, she going to understand. And when I was like, girl, wait, what? And then she just like, well, I'm sorry, auntie. I'm, her whole demeanor changed. But with going back to like Africa, these kids was so full of life. They were so vibrant. Like they always refer to you as auntie, as you older than them. And like when I walked in, it was this young girl. She's the same age as Jake. She was like, auntie, I'm about to be an engineer and I want to tell you about my classes. And I'm just like, then another little boy, he came out his room. He had to be maybe like 7 or 8. And he ran up to me and he like put his arm around me. He kissed me on the cheek. He said, hi, auntie, welcome. Are you hungry? Are you good? Like his energy was just so, and I'm so used to walking in a room with kids being on a cell phone and being disrespectful or being,
loud.
Yeah. So to see them, I was like, I'm not raising no more kids in the US. I need my kids to act like that. Like it brought tears to my eyes.
You got me feeling all chilly inside because it just says a lot about the US. It says a lot about what we show on TV, the food. It ain't just the phones either. Due to my studies, whether it's autism or ADHD and things of that magnitude, come to find out a lot of the things that we eat or we done fed our kids or even our mamas and daddies ate before they gave birth to us is the cause of these things. And this,
I believe that because you don't see that. You don't go to Africa and see.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going. I was going to ask you, are you seeing flaming hots and shit like that in Africa?
No, they don't got flaming hots. I actually introduced Nori to flaming hots. I bought some hot sauce. I brought some flaming hots, and he was in love.
Oh wow!
Like he was like, "What have I been missing my whole life?" I'm like, "Put the hot sauce on chicken." He was like, he always get mad when I do his voice. He was like, "Babe, it's sour and it's hot at the same time. I like it. It's nice."
Oh man, I could just imagine the conversations y'all have. Like I told you, I didn't know you was as close to being that type of energy I got and still being a Christian. So I could imagine the type of fun that you guys have, the conversations, you making the same, like speaking like him and him.
Oh, he gets so mad. He be like, "Babe, stop making me sound like that."
I don't.
But you know what's crazy though? I have never been the minority in the room. But when I go in Africa, they make fun of me.
What? How they make fun of you? How did that happen?
Like, I sat there and I was like, "Hey, babe, can you pour me some water?" And they was like, water. Asia wants water. They were like, water. You want water, Asia? I'm like, no, I don't want no water. I want water. Want me some water.
I almost fell from laughing at you, dude.
I be so mad. Like, they'd be making fun of me. Asia wants water. Asia wants water. You know what I mean? Like, but I was like, that's funny because we do that to people when they come here and they accent and they do that to me. I be in a room by myself. Like, I told Nori, I said, look, when you come to the US, I'm going to have my people get on you. I'm going to just let them go. And he was like, don't do that to me. I said, you let them do it with me. Oh, God. It's all. So every time I make fun of his voice, he'd be like, babe, I don't sound like that. I'd be like, look, babe, you do. You sound African. But I try to make it because I don't want to, offend him. I was like, man, you got the face of an American, a voice of a Nigerian. You fan. You know what I'm saying? I try to smooth it up. I don't want to get on his nerves too much. But
he real hip. I seen the way he dressed. Again, I think TV just promotes so much property.
he thinks America's a rap video. So I be going through it because he don't know what genre he want to be in. Like, he got all gold rings on every finger. I'll be like, okay, Rakim. He be like, who is that?
He don't know who Rakim is. You call him Rakim?
No. So, like,
I hate you right now because the way you saying this shit, I could have
never seen the movie.
They got spears. I'm not joking. I'm really asking.
No. They over there riding Lambos. They riding in BMWs. You know what I'm gonna tell you like this. Nigerians remind me a lot of niggas from Gary. Let me tell you why. Because you know how you'll go in Gary and it's the best dressed community. Everybody got on $1,000 outfits. Everybody is shining, and then they ain't got a car outside, or they live in public housing, or they rent being paid, but they swear they got so much money. Nigerians remind me of that because a lot of them pulling up in Lambos, BMW, Gucci down, gold chains, and then you go to the house, it's about 7 niggas that live in one house, but you pulling up in a Lambo. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I'm like, it's 7 niggas that live in this house. He got a Lambo outside. And if you get like an Audi, that's considered like a low car to them. So they'll make fun of you. If you have an Audi. Huh?
For getting an Audi?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I had to ask a BK. I had to ask about the spears. Again, we watch American TV and they really be having me thinking certain shit. So I'm starting to question everything, and I just want answers. I ain't trying to make fun of the brother.
No. It's cool because it's because we don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Because the only thing that there is a small part of Africa that still lives tribal, you know, but that's this big. But if you go in the rest of Africa, you'll see they're living well. And then I'm not trying to make it seem like all Nigerians is just they ain't got no money or they all living in the house. They're flashy, what I'm saying. But I do know some Nigerian men who like bosses, got money. You go to their houses, mansions, cars all in the parking lot. Like the one particular guy I know, he got a lot of money, and his brother is actually my Nori's producer. And so I got to meet his wife. She totally humble. She is the one who's mother to the kids that came over and kissed me and hugged me. Totally humble, totally nice. Totally, she just came from Nigeria and her man went to South Africa and got on. You know what I'm saying? And came back to the country and came to get her. So she got a mansion, got money, comfortable, but she's totally humble. Like she see me, she's like, hey, sister. You know what I mean? She don't act like what her money is. You know how you get some people to act rich?
Right.
She's just like, sit down. What are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just very humble. Her kids are loving. And she's just but he's one of the men that I know got it. Like, got it. And a lot of them are trying to get it. So you see a lot of imagery. Like when I'm in South Africa, the men that I'm around, they go down, Gucci down, Lambos. But you know, 5 of them live in a house together, paying rent together. And they spending all their money on extra.
On bullshit though, like on bullshit, because the Spanish community, I do want to throw this out there, the Spanish community and others, but I've seen the Spanish do it in such a fashion, and you be like, damn, it's 20 people in one house, and it first started off like me finding out, making fun of them, to finding out they're doing that to build, they're building, saving their money, stacking it up, then they're moving out one by one, getting another house, allowing other folks to stay with them, saving their money. Next, I'm getting a car while other folks is moving out my house. Like, we could take notes. Black people,
we can.
People of all colors.
I taught they in Africa. They taught me like community, like, and it was weird for me. Like when they all get around and they put one plate, they all start eating off that plate. Me, I'm just like.
Like really, like really,
like y'all doing. Even my friend, she'll be like, just fix me and Asia a plate. I'll eat with her. I don't like to eat alone. I'll be like, girl, get your own plate. This is what I'm thinking, but this is what they do. They share everything
because we've been colonized. We
have, even like with the men, the things that we think that would be gay here, they don't look at it like that. If you see the couple men that live in the house, and then you see 2 men that go lay down in the bed and go to sleep. And in America, we'd be like, that's gay, they gay. But they like, hey, it's a bed in here. We both sleepy. We going to lay down.
Hey, big sis, how you doing, Morgan? Bridget, this is one of my friends that I met during my time with the situation. She's from the West Coast. I want to say I forgot what she is it Oakland, the Bay Area. But she's also an advocate, a child advocate. She's helped. She first started by helping her significant other get rights to her kids, and she's been helping other folks since then. So I just wanted to acknowledge her. If anybody has a situation similar to mine or dealing with some shit, make sure you follow her, and support her. Bridget, this is my homegirl, Asia Boo. I know you just joined in. She's a business owner, a mother, soon to be married as well. And a Christian, and proud of it. I talked to her earlier today. She was able to change my thought process when it comes to Jesus. Even my fiance will tell you, like, Jesus, for some odd reason, who is that? Does he exist? But again, let me acknowledge that his name may not be Jesus. It may be whatever, Jesus, all these other names. But you know that God sent this person down to sacrifice for us, and that it's also a spirit. Because we catch that spirit. That spirit touches us. It's touching me right now as I say this. Again, I'm feeling airy, but I gotta take accountability. It's same way I take accountability with being ferocious or standing up for myself, I take accountability for saying things of that magnitude. So I just wanted to share that with you, Bridget. Also, Bridget, the mom did come get Adonis yesterday. She took him out to school. She's, for some odd reason, she's still in Atlanta, but I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I know I don't have control over most things, but I do have control over myself. So how I'm gonna go handle this, that's just how it's gonna be. We got our EIN number today, and done. Okay, congratulations, sister. That's what's up. So she official now. Y'all see she got her EIN number.
Yeah, I know that's right, girl. I went through all that business stuff. Yes. You get
Congratulations. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all show Bridget some love. Go up under her comment, tell her congratulations. Send a troll. Just acknowledge the fact that she's doing something with herself.
That's dope.
Too often we acknowledge the negative shit, and then when we see positive posts or positive comments, we hop over it. She says she's stressed, sis. She says she's stressed. Hold on. She says she's stressed. Give us some words.
Let me tell you, oh girl, it's such a let me show my little logo. Let me go back. So can I go back?
Yeah, do your thing.
So this is my business, but when I say it was a hard journey for me to really come to a business owner, I really didn't know much. I really didn't have any help. It was a big financial burden for me. But when I say the reward is great, just keep doing what you got to do. Just keep going forward. Just me. I just had to trust God to get through it because I knew that I couldn't do it alone. Everything told me I wasn't going to be able to do it. And for me, it was just like supernatural intervention.
So she say, it's a community event for adults with disabilities. And I'm a foster parent. I'm stressed with everything.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good. Listen, we relate on a lot because the same thing we were talking. My son has, autism, so I deal with that. Starting my business, a long distance relationship, a lot of things like so. I completely understand the stress, and on top of that, I never really mentioned this, but I'm a union rep, so my job is real demanding. Like I hold people's jobs in my hand, and so they want me to be present at all times. So having to constantly deal and be there for them, raise my child, run my business, be in my relationship that's overseas and try to give everybody time. Sometimes it wears me down. And so I understand the stress. Sometimes I got to regroup, like get it together.
I completely understand. Tarina said congratulations and God bless. Well, a few people said congrats in here. I want to make sure that Bridget sees this. Because again, we a village. We on that village shit, we grew up in a time where you couldn't walk past somebody's house without them knowing your first, last, and middle name.
Right,
they knew your mother. You should speak. You should say yes, ma'am, no, sir. Things of that magnitude. Now it's people telling you not to talk to their kid. You don't have that right.
Right. And I don't understand that. I don't really respect that because I come from an era of a yes, ma'am, no. Even to this day, even I'm 36 years old, I get around certain people. I'm always like, yes, ma'am. And I show the utmost respect to anybody. I come off with respect. Some people come off with disrespect and it's not even warranted. You get what I'm saying? And we just live in a world where disrespect is fine. But me going to other countries, you could never talk crazy to your parents. The police will come and be like, did you just say something to your mama? You know what I mean?
For real?
Yeah.
Did you see the incident where the woman, she poked the man in Dubai? She poked him, and now she's doing a year in jail. I think the U.S. is the only place where we play. They
don't play that. They don't play that bad behavior. How everybody be out yelling and going crazy, and the Karens, black and white, and all the fighting and all the weirdness. They don't play that in other countries. You going to jail?
Straight to jail. Straight to
and
jail.
They jail ain't like our jail. They ain't feeding you. They got a hole in the ground for your bathroom. You
for
was
real?
really fight. Yeah. The American prisons is paradise compared to the prisons around the world.
You heard about it too, Amanda. It weirded me out, but again, it lets you know, like, other than the U.S., they not playing. The U.S. is publicizing bullshit. They don't really want you to leave the U.S. To be quite honest. They want you to stay here.
I definitely want to go and live in South Africa. I don't go to clubs or anything like that around this way. But when I'm out the country, I usually try to do things that is not something I normally do.
You
And
went
when
to the
I
club
leave
out there? You went to the
Mhm.
club? Tell me about that experience. Come on.
No.
Was they hopping around? I ain't being funny again. We just want all this
I
taboo
mean,
to
when
be stopped.
you don't know, you don't know. So a lot of times, I document everything when I'm in Africa. I do, like, I'm not really a person that like my brother, for instance, something happened, like he had the best stories in the world. I don't pull out my phone, but when I'm in Africa, I document everything just because a lot of people don't know. And when you go to Africa, they clubs look a million. Well, I'm talking about South Africa. Okay, South Africa is very colonized. It looks like the U.S. It's like Miami.
Is that like
You know,
Kingston?
huh?
Is that like, when you say South Africa, is that like Kingston or any places that we familiar with just because we heard the names?
Okay, so South Africa, no, Kingston is it's in Jamaica.
Okay.
And so Kingston is more of a rundown type of place, but they have nicer things.
No, you can keep going, sis. I was just reading Pamela's comment.
Me too. Okay. But and South Africa is where it's a lot of, white people that live there. They go and buy land, and it's like the most it's rated one of the top 10 most beautiful places in the world. Because it's 70 something degrees every day. It's palm trees. It's like the bluest skies. They have the nicest situations. Well, back to this club. This is what I want to get into. The club atmosphere. Everybody, and this, me being from the hood, me being from where I'm from, when I walk into a club here, it's okay because I know everybody. But it's always that atmosphere of somebody looking angry, the guys staring at the other guys, people want to fight. It's always some mess. When I walked in there, it just was like, are you fine? Are you having a good day? They give you hand claps. They hugging you. It's like females, they looking at me, they motioning me over to dance with them. They think I'm stuck up, and it ain't because they think I'm stuck up because I'm American, but it's not that. They scared to approach me, but I don't know how to dance like them.
Right, you don't know their tradition or how they move.
Yeah, so they like, come on. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can twerk, but I don't know how to do that.
So you say them women, they motioning you over, they ain't mugging you. They like,
yeah, they like, come on. They putting their hand out for me, trying to, come dance with us and hi. And I'm just like this. And then one girl came over to me with the best shape and the best body in the world. Comes over to me and she was like, you are so pretty. I wanted to talk to you, but I was scared. I was like, scared of what? And I'm looking at her like, girl, do you see your shape? You know how many girls is buying that back home? And she just was like, right. She's just like, I tried to get you to dance. I was like, well, girl, it's because I didn't know how. That's why I didn't come. She was like, oh, and she was like, could I be your friend? I was like, yeah, girl, take my Instagram, and we friends to this day. We talk all the time.
That's dope. That is
lovely.
Dope.
I got one South Nigerian friend. She gets on my nerves because she happy all day. Like, she wake up like, it's a good morning. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to go out. We're going to get cute. And we're going to have fun. Okay, baby girl? Like, I be like, girl, we've been up since 5 a.m. It's 9 o'clock. You like, girl, shut up. But that's how she is. She's like, good morning, baby girl. We're about to get cute, okay? Like, she's like that all day long.
And I say this often on this show, even though I do it every other day. I say this, like, we've been taught that being happy is corny or being positive is corny. So even with the folks we find ourselves being positive, every now and then that thought comes in my head like, this shit corny. You being corny. That ain't you. That ain't who you is. And then you got folks on the other side of the world. They showing us videos every day talking about send 25 cents. That make me think. Do these some bitches even be sending that money over there, sis?
I don't know. Don't give me the line. I'm not gonna lie, but they just show. I have heard of different situations of different places taking money and they may get $50 million, but only send 100,000 to the actual kids, and they always take the place to promote where the kids are in poverty, because we're not going to make it seem like it doesn't exist, because it is some places in Africa that are still living in poverty, but they make it seem like that's the entire Africa. But if you do the research in the history, like for instance, Mandela, the apartheid, when he had to fight and he was in prison, I went to the jail cell Mandela was in too. It was
For
dope.
real?
I did. But he had to fight. He went to prison for 26 years because the different countries had moved to South Africa and took over and basically was putting Africans in jail. Like, what we dealt with Jim Crow and everything like that, they were still dealing with in the 90s.
Right.
Like the most beautiful parts of Africa, the Africans weren't even allowed to live in because it was all inhabited by the white people.
The British.
And they were buying the land over there.
Well, I don't know if it was the British, but I feel like it was.
Definitely. And it still has a big spirit of racism over there. When you get over there, even, to have mixed children was illegal. So
illegal?
It was illegal to have mixed children.
Is that why well, maybe they just publicize that a lot, but I do know that a lot of African folk really don't like white people. I've noticed that.
Because it was the thing with South Africa, because you don't really see a lot of white people in like the countries like Sudan and Nigeria and all those places, but they moved to the best part of Africa, the most beautiful part, which was South Africa, that's more tropical. So just think about it. Every day you waking up to 80-70 degrees, and it's by water, so it's a breeze, so it's not overbearingly hot.
Wow.
It's like beautiful. And you can buy a home on the beach. You don't own property taxes. You buy this house. It's your house for the rest of your life. You can wake up and see the most beautiful view you've ever seen in your life.
Bro said $800 a month for rent for 1 year or whatever for something.
That's more of the lower countries. Like, so in Nigeria, you can get $800 can pay rent for an entire year. But South Africa, no. They paying about, they not gonna pay what we pay. They may pay like $400 or $500 a month. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna get you a house when we living in a shoebox for $400 or $500.
Bridget, you over there working? You ain't playing. I ain't gonna lie. I respect that, and you motivating the hell out of me. Keep it up, sis, and don't hesitate to drop them jewels and gems, everybody. Right now we got Asia Boo. I'm not sure how long she got. I think I got at least another 23 minutes where we'll wrap it up at the 2 hours and a half mark. None of the panel members other than BK popped up, and she didn't say much other than how much she loved the purple lip gloss. So let me keep going with sis. Like I said, we'll end it at the 2:30 mark. I'm enjoying this convo. It's actually just real organic. It's giving great vibes, not good vibes. I'm happy to see some of the people I ain't seen in live in a while. If you're on YouTube watching, make sure you subscribe. If you're on any of my other pages, make sure you subscribe as well. Go to my YouTube, subscribe, go to Asia's page, follow her. Feel free to share her links, some of her pictures, some of her lip gloss promotions. Just that village in it.
If anybody wants to see, my name is Asia Brown, ASIA Brown. If you go and you see my page, and you'll see all the photos and all the videos and all the things from Africa that I've shared over the years. And I constantly promote how beautiful it is, how it's just a good vibe, how I want to retire there, how I want to buy a home and just wake up every day and look out my blinds and see the most beautiful sight in the world. And then to be married to my man, who is the nicest, kindest, easiest going man in the world. Like, I'm just blessed to have him, and to really meet. I feel that I have to give him a lot of credit for a lot of things, because a lot of the ways that I act now is based off the way that he leads me. Like, he leads me to be vulnerable enough to be soft and to let him lead and to let him be the man. And I know that he's leading me based off of our best interest and not because he's trying to dominate me because he's a man, or not because he's trying to, hey, I'm the man, you do what I say, but hey, baby, I feel like you need to do this because it will make it better for our home and our family. And when he say stuff like that, I would just be like, okay, baby. And I've never been vulnerable enough to let a man say anything to me. I'd be like, nigga, I pay all the bills around here. Shut up.
I want to touch on, because you did tell me earlier that you're a retired ratchet. Or retired hood rat, as you say. I like to say ratchet, but she said she's a retired hood rat. And it was kind of like, it's like, really? You saying all these beautiful things, you touching my spirit, but then you take accountability for who you used to be or what you used to be and how you evolve. Right. Let's talk a little bit about the ratchetness, because I want these folks to know that you're human as well.
Right, absolutely. I was definitely ratchet and outside. Like, I liked chaos. I kind of liked, I would talk to people crazy. I took pride into humiliating people with my words. I only like to date men who were like what the music glorified. So I only wanted to date a killer and a drug dealer, but I didn't want to date somebody just talking about it. I wanted to date the ones who was living it. I wanted to date the guys I used to call them nigga hated hoe favorite. I mean, all the females want them and all the dudes want to be like them, but they hating on them behind closed doors. That's the guy I wanted. I wanted the guy who was ahead, but it was nothing but negativity that surrounded my whole lifestyle. It was guns and violence and talking crazy to people. Just thank God I was covered and nothing ever happened to me. So I was a person that will humiliate people, be mean to them. And so my whole change came from my experience, a real life experience that I had with God. And through that experience, it changed me because I couldn't change myself. I had to change me. And I remember the very first time this girl came up to me and she hugged me and she said, "You were so positive." And it took me back because it had never been Asia and positive in the same sentence ever. So when she said that, it shocked me, like, me? Thank you. You know what I mean? But I knew that it was the Holy Spirit that came and changed me. The first time that I dropped something and didn't curse, I was like, or the first time that I would speak positively to a person that spoke negatively to me, I knew that before I wasn't that person. And I was explaining to James earlier, like,
I think this was the part that got me. This was like when I started like, damn.
When we always say, God say, come as you are, some people always use the kind of the whack excuse, like whatever clothes you got on, just come to church. But no, God is saying, come as you are, meaning that you could be a weed smoker, or a person you can be doing anything. But when you come to God, you come as you are because you can't change you. He's going to change you. And the moment he gets in your spirit, then you start changing yourself. You start walking by the word. If you are a person that really, really, really loves God and not just a church goer, not a person that a spirit of religion, you just doing things based off of tradition, right, but somebody that really seeks a full-blown relationship and want to know him and get to know him for yourself, he will come in and he will start moving things for you supernaturally, start making himself known. He'll start appearing in different things. He'll start speaking to you in different ways. And you start understanding he's real, but he's waiting for us to call for him. Because the one thing I always say, that God is a perfect gentleman. He's not going to come where he's not wanted. He's going to come to those who answer the door for him.
Wholeheartedly, not halfway.
Wholeheartedly. And I had to describe something like this. If you in a relationship, are you going to sit there and wait at the door while the person that you in a relationship is sleeping with another person? And you sitting there waiting for them? That's how God is with us. While we sitting up there sleeping with the devil, he's still at the door knocking, waiting for us to open it for him. And he's
Let
going to
them in.
welcome us with open arms. And for me, I met God, and it was a situation for me. And I always explain it to people like this. I've always been super popular. I've always had money. I've always had a job where I made a lot of money, or I've always, my parents, I'm very spoiled. A situation happened in my life where I couldn't call my mama. I couldn't be popular enough, and I couldn't make enough money. I had to call God, and he answered me. And when he answered me, it changed me to a point to where after all I had done, after all I had been, you know what I'm saying, everything wrong I was outside. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I never did nothing stupid to put myself in harm's way. Like, I want the type of ride or die. I ain't giving no rides. I ain't carrying no guns. You ain't doing nothing because I got a child. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't putting nothing in my house. But still, I would be in those type of situations dating men that I know people wanted to kill. Or I'm being outside and they shooting at him and I'm there. Or I'm literally talking crazy to people and these people could have killed me. And I had no thought of that in my head. I ain't think about dying. I thought like I was invincible.
You didn't
Like,
care, right?
I was like, nigga, I'm Asia Boo. What you mean? Like, but it was a humbling experience to go through all that, and God still answered me. And he didn't answer me mad. He didn't answer me disappointed. He just said, like, baby, I'm here. And what you need. And he was so patient and so kind. And really, it humbled me because I was so ashamed of everything I had done. But come as you are, I'm ready for you. I don't judge you. I'm waiting for you to turn from your sin because only he can change you.
Facts. And this kind of how our conversation went earlier. But when I tell y'all that I was like seeing myself in the words she was saying, it was even with this kid situation. Right back to it. I don't have to bitch or fuck this whole Jezebel this. I don't even. It even go as far as how sis say she took pride in hurting somebody.
Yeah.
Now with how I'm posting this shit, I'm not looking to hurt you like to hurt you inside. I'm looking to hurt you because you fucked up and I need my son protected, but I'm looking to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of how I'm looking to hurt you. My intentions aren't correct because, hey, I know what's going on. I know you did wrong by our son, but I could have handled it in a different light. I like that I didn't because without doing that and some reason I done reached out to Asia, boo. Would you like to be on the show, blah, blah, skibby, woo, woo? And I'm not reaching out to Sus because I've never seen Sus ratchet side. I didn't know me and Sus was gonna have a talk where I was so comfortable with it that we not cursing, but we talking about God like God is another one of us sitting right next to us. We saying everything from he got a hell of a sense of humor and this and that. I'm catching the chills while we talking about the whole conversation. I'm getting my affirmation, but I'm knowing my biggest issue was not going in wholeheartedly. How can I pray to God but not say in the name of Jesus? And what I've been taught since a kid, because I'm allowing myself to worry about what man does, how man has created this. They don't matter if man created the Bible. What matters is I know God is real. I know the spirit is real. Shit, I know Jesus is real.
And we know that, the Bible tonight, the words of the Bible were divinely inspired. You feel what I'm saying? So the Holy Spirit is what gave the words to the people that wrote the Bible. For the people that feels, different things about the Bible, if you look at the Bible and the creation of it, basically it was written in different languages, but it was for the time. Like people feel some type of way about calling Jesus Jesus and say that it was Yahshua. But at the end of the day, English wasn't created during that time. It was Hebrew. So even if you say Jesus in Spanish, they say Jesus e Cristo, but they still, at the end of the day, his name is still his name. And the one thing that I said, I don't matter who you call his name, whatever you call him, demons recognize him.
You could nickname him J-Man. And I'm just saying right now, I believe I could say, I don't want to say Jesus. But I know when I say J-Man, I'm talking about Jesus. I'm talking about the one they say got on the cross or whatever. You can nickname him whatever, but them demons gonna know who you calling for.
They absolutely know. But the problem is that they just don't want you to know. Because the moment you know, that's who you are. And when you said that we was talking about God, like he got to, that's the thing. People are stuck in the spirit of religion. You get what I'm saying? They think of they're just churchgoers. They're going because it's a habit. They're not having, when you get to know God for who he is, he's your father. He's not just a God. He is God, but he's your father. Just like your father, he gonna discipline you, but he still love you. You did something wrong, I'm gonna curse you out, I'm gonna be mad at you, but I'm still gonna protect you from everything that happens. I'm still gonna have your back. I'm still gonna provide for you, but you was wrong. And then he gonna laugh with you. He gonna speak to you. He gonna be your friend. He gonna be your comforter. He's your provider. He's everything to you. When you get a relationship with God, he becomes your everything and your first source. You know that your relationship not gonna work unless you got God in it. You're not gonna be prosperous. You can be prosperous with the devil, but it comes with some strings attached to it. But when you get prosperous with God, you know, those things change. It comes with prosperity, it comes with peace, it comes with love, and all those things. The devil comes with anxiety and depression and everything going wrong, but God's gifts are free and loving. And when you get to know him, you know that he a gangster. They always make it seem like God up there sitting in the cloud, but I know for a fact when I call him and when he came for me in my house, them demons got up off me. And
But
you
it's
got
about
to
how
see
you
him
called them, right?
light.
It's how you called them. You called them wholeheartedly. That wasn't your first time calling them, but
I
you called
called him because I needed him. Like I said, like when I had the situation where I couldn't be popular, I couldn't make enough money, I couldn't call my mama, and I said, I need you. And he showed up for me. And when he showed up for me, I said, it was a supernatural show up for me. It changed me forever. Like I had to be on the winning team because at the end of the day, all these lies they putting out there, they put out these scary movies that the demons beating up on this pastor and they just getting the real upper hand on him and they doing all this stuff. But if you know the real Jesus, he come and he wreck shop. It ain't no talking with demons. They get up out of there. And when you see, oh, the bully is on my side, but he's still so patient and so kind and so loving to me, it's like he come and knock everybody out and be like, baby, is you all right?
Because
You be like, oh, I need you.
as a human, we should be the same, right? As people, I mean, you should be able to come. You be prepared to come knock somebody out, but don't come with that energy unless you have to. And that's basically what I hear and what I've heard from the real Christians, because it's a difference. Real quick, I want to say something, y'all. I see a lot of people saying I like Asia Boo. I love her. But something came to my head, y'all. I would love to do a show where I'm like refereeing and Asia Boo and Mr. Spencer talk, because you guys both are Christians,
right?
But the way he delivers, it really makes a lot of us cringe. I really mess with my dude. He's a cool dude, but when he gives off certain things, it's a cringing feeling. It's not like, oh, he's speaking the word and I'm catching that. You know what I'm saying? He's saying some shit, but it kind of go with what you saying. I would love to just have a dialogue or
the
a
thing
small
about
debate.
him, he's speaking the truth. But the one thing that I told you before, God says soft words turns away wrath. he also says to reprove in love. So reprove means to correct. So I'm going to tell you the truth, but I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I'm not going to be aggressive with it. I'm going to say, hey, and then I also use myself as a lot of the examples. I'm very honest about, hey, I feel like my parenting wasn't always, or I was outside, or I was dating these type of men, and I did these types of things in life.
I think
So
that's why I related to you so much,
I
though.
understand, because we are all, I told you one thing, and this is the one thing that we have to understand. We look at the Bible, the spirit of religion is what turned people away from God. But if you really look at the men of God, Abraham was a liar. Moses was a murderer. David was a whore. But at the end of the day, God said Abraham was like a friend to him. Moses was somebody that he spoke face to face with. And David, he said, was a man of his own heart. He knew who they were and what they did. But he still knew, these is my kids. I love them. He already knows that we are fallen, that we are human, and that we sin. He knows that. If he didn't know that, he never would have had to come and die for us. What was the point of dying for our sin and taking our punishment up? So when God the Father looks at us, he don't see those sins. All he sees is Jesus. It's like this. I want to put this out there. If you God the judge and Jesus is your lawyer, if you going up in front of the judge and the lawyer say, hey, I've already paid the price for him, I paid his bill, he's free. So all the judgment that you had on him, I already paid for it. He's already paid the price for you. But if you sit up there and you go through God the Father and you go in front of Jesus, he say, I don't know you, you're guilty. Because Jesus came and he died to pay the price for the things that we have done in our life. That is not, everybody is sinned. Everybody has done wrong. There's not one good person. So people try to act like holy saint rollers, and then they turns people off from God. Not saying that God delivered me because I was a reviler. I was an abusive person with my words. I was a fornicator. I was everything. I was all of this, but God delivered me. He still was patient and kind to me. Although I felt like I was not worth his love, he still loved me. Even though I did not deserve it, he still, even though I still act crazy to this day, the Holy Spirit still show up and sing to me and be nice to me after I didn't just curse somebody out, even though I know better. I know better. I know he didn't taught me better. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to let it rag because they keep playing with me. He still show up. He still be like, pray for them, Asia. I'd be like, pray for them. I don't even like them. You know what I mean? But still be patient with me. But if it get too far, he'll correct me like, hey, now I done told you.
Because look, I'm over here. I ain't going to lie. I'm listening to you. I'm in my head talking to God like, can I just smoke one blunt today, just tonight? It's been 4 or 5 days. Can I just smoke one blunt? But I feel like Bridget, I'm working on me. And I think I know God knows if you're working on yourself. God knows if you're trying to change, if you're trying to evolve.
Come as you are, and he will change it. You ask for that desire in your mouth to be gone, he will change it. But you have to be willing to let him in. If you don't want to let go of that, like I said, God is not interested in slavery. He does not come where he's not wanted. But when you open those doors up for him, he makes a way for you.
I'm trying, sis. I want to smoke bad as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. But last night I just said fuck it and went to sleep. You know, I inboxed you, sis. I had inboxed Amanda because she's one of the people that done turned into like my Facebook family. So every now and then she definitely hits me with words of encouragement. And yesterday I was just like, man, fuck this. I'm ready to smoke. And she like, no, don't smoke. You gonna make it. She had told me, like, if you're going to do anything, just take a small drink. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to drink. I ain't going to smoke. I ain't going to do none of that. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going, y'all. But when my birthday is on the 29th, I'm getting fucked up. I think that I deserve it. But, all right. So I feel like we definitely had a dope dialogue. I don't know how you feel about possibly coming back in the near future. And talking with me and Malik. I would love just to, I want to hear how you feel about some of the shit he says, because I think you could counteract a lot of the things he says with what you say and probably change the way he feels. Because
I'm a connoisseur at that. I am.
what you think, Amanda? Would you like that? Like everybody that's in here, y'all know who Mr. Spencer is, Mr. No Jelly Back and Mr. Alpha Male, Mr. Male Chauvinist. I really think that her energy would probably give him another vibe on how he feels. She's look. She said he's not changing. Man, it's something about her delivery, sus.
No, it some people like he's using a lot of, because I know who you're talking about. He uses a lot of scripture, and a lot of things that he says is true. It's just how he delivers the message. The message is demeaning versus informational.
Right? It's not uplifting. It's more like you a piece of shit, you know it. Like that's how
right. And you will not, it said you will not receive no one's message. And trust me, believe me, I got 20 scriptures that says, soft words is like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Speak to a person. You know what I mean? They're not going to receive your message if your message is harsh.
But again, with you saying that makes me feel like he doesn't have a full understanding of what he's trying to preach to us. Because if this book says these things, and when you say these things after hearing his words, and then I get the chills, I know what the chills mean. I don't just be cold unless my girl got on the AC. If my girl got on the AC, then I be cold. But other than that, when you saying what you saying, like you said, you ain't just saying it like you talking to no babies. But you ain't saying it like you talking to motherfuckers in jail and prison that they life over. And receiving it from that way, it does something to me. I doubt very seriously that he's been on a platform with somebody of your magnitude and had to share the mic where, okay, we're going to allow you to say what you got to say, brother, but then this sister's going to rebuttal and you're going to give her the opportunity to say what she say. Bow. I want that. I need that. I look, bro, say that's going to be a special edition of church. I need that. I
don't mind it. And a lot of things that he has said, because I am friends with him on social media, I do agree. He spoke about the spirit of Jezebel and emasculating of men. I agree with that.
We talked about the Jezebel shit earlier on the phone call.
I agree with that, because if we look at scripture, Jezebel kept men next to her and she dressed them in women's clothing. She turned them into eunuchs. She cut off their private parts. These was her priestess. She used sex and things like that to basically do religion. So if we look at the spirit that was going on right now, that all this transgender and all these people wanting to change their sex and all these people using sex as like a spiritual thing, that's the exact same thing that Jezebel was promoting back during the time that Elijah was fighting against. So he is basically speaking what's happening, but he's offending people with the things he says instead of just speaking truth. Because it is true. It says in the end times, good will become evil and evil will become good. So it's wrong to tell your child to go and pray in school, but it's okay to tell your little boy that he can become a girl
if he wants to.
If he wants to. The good will become evil and evil.
The way you said is so much better. I ain't saying that you can't say it with some harshness to it, but it's just like, am I wrong, y'all? Is Asia Boo not delivering tonight?
But the whole thing is turning people to God, not scaring them away. If God is so amazing, God is easy going. Like if you really get to know God, he's really easy going. Like I wish, I always imitate everybody's voice. I can't imitate his because I don't know how. But he has
tag him, man. Somebody tag Malik real quick, so when he come back and watch this, he'll know what went on and be prepared.
God is so peaceful. God is easygoing. He'll tell you. I remember going through a situation where, and I'm not gonna get all up into this because we're gonna be here all night. I was dealing with a spirit of witchcraft, and it was somebody who was sending me witchcraft stuff. And I didn't know why they was doing this to me, but I didn't know that I had prayed for somebody that was close to them. So they may have had something over this person. So when I prayed over this person, I set myself up against them in the spirit. I didn't know. And I remember going through this, and then God in a dream, he took me to a field, and in the field, all I could see was millions of people as far as the eye could see, but you could tell that they were doing like voodoo, Santeria, different witchcraft. They was doing all these things that was demonically influencing, and it was just me and God on one side. So I was excited because I've dealt with God before. I know how he get down. I said, hey, I want to fight it. I know it's just me and you. It's millions of them, but I know with you, I'm the majority. So we about to like beat all of them up basically. And I was so excited, and I was like, I can't wait to fight against all these people to show them that their God ain't God. And he looked at me, and I couldn't see him, but I could feel him. And he looked at me and he said, no, Asia, you pray for them. I said, pray for them? They don't even like you. I woke up from the dream and I looked up at like my ceiling. I was like, you so nice. That's crazy. Yeah, pray for them. They don't even like you. Like, but then I started to see different testimonies on YouTube of women who went to witchcraft, and they went there because they were hurt. You know, they may have been molested in their life. They may have been beat in their life. They may have been abused, and they felt like getting into witchcraft, they could change their future. They can change their circumstances. And basically it was a deception. It was a lie. And all the things that they were doing was based off of, you know, being lied to or being hurt. And God was showing me that these are just his children too, but they are lost.
They're lost.
They are serving a master who hates them, who's lying to them. Pray for them. I want them just as much as I wanted you.
I want to tap into that too. So I use the word witches and warlocks and shit a lot. I'm definitely gonna slow down on it, but you know, we was talking about the crystals, the sage, and when I thought about how I found out about crystals and sage and how it was brought to me, and you were telling me your response to me as well. It's almost like an idolization of, well, no, ain't none almost. You're idolizing these things to get rid of demons, or you idolizing this crystal to make you healthy or whatever. And you're putting that basically above God. You're not calling on him to do these things that you're requesting of these material.
Yeah, crystals can't heal you. That's the inanimate. The thing about it is we serve inanimate objects instead of you going to get something to be healed. Instead of going to the healer, you burn in sage to ward off bad spirits. But the only thing that demons bow down and shudder in the name of is Jesus. So at the end of the day, you cannot. A house divided can't stand. You can't cast out demons with demons. And the one thing that it says that my people will perish from lack of knowledge. So saying that it's not that it's just you don't understand. So a lot of the things that they're doing, they don't know that the origins of these things are demonic, is witchcraft, is what they use to do rituals and seances and everything. But they promote it to us as something normal. They keep putting it in our face to where we don't realize what we're playing into. The one thing that I always use the example of, okay, if we look at history, I was telling him earlier, you look at the cartoon Peter Pan, he's riding a half man, half goat. Then you go to the cartoon Hercules, half man, half goat. This is normalized in our heads, but it is the Baphomet side. Or we looking at the Mami Wata, the spirit that lives in the water, the people that worship all these Yoruba spirits and all these different people. And then you go to Greece, where they were worshiping mermaids, but they talked about mermaids as being evil. When you looked in the water, they would kill you and they would hurt you. But then it goes down to our generation as Little Mermaid.
As a good thing.
The origins of these things are demonic, but it gets
portray and give to our kids is something.
Yeah, it gets watered down when it gets to us. So when it gets to us, they just a super Christian and they crazy and they make everything demonic. But if you know the origins of these stories,
yeah, sirens. I
it's
think Amanda commented about this a while ago on one of our topics. But yeah, okay, makes sense.
right. And the things that we don't see, and we're promoting these things, and like I had shared with Worthy earlier that I had studied a lot of the occult because I just was interested in what I wanted to know. This was before my walk with Christ. It's just I wanted to know what was going on in the world, so I studied Aleister Crowley, I studied Anti-LaVey, I studied all these different symbols. And so when my child was playing the video game, I recognized the symbols and the different things that he was watching were Wiccan symbol, witches symbols, all these different symbols that are used in the occult, but they were put in a video game for a kid.
And they don't know that, but the kid
and they don't know it. And in the game
again.
that I bought him, that he's playing every day, and we think these things are just symbols and they have no power, but they definitely have power. Just like the cross means something to a demon. Absolutely. The Baphomet head and all these things, they serve a purpose in the spiritual realm. So we open up these doors and we don't understand why we depressed, why we anxious, why we sick, why our finances is so messed up, because we have opened up these spiritual doors, not knowing that, okay, they put it in the cartoon, they put it in the movie, but it's really a ritual they're doing in front of us.
So they're really doing magic and witchcraft.
They're doing witchcraft on the music when you can't get the music out of your head, hypnosis, like some of these things. Like one song that was my song by and I never recognized it until I became a child of God, was YFN Lucci, and he said, "Lord save me, power like a mason, dream came through, I had to chase it." Everybody know that Masonic, all those things are of the occult, demonic, but he's saying, "Lord save me, my dream came through, I had to chase it, power like a mason." So he basically let you know the side he chose, but Lord save me, but I did this because I had to follow my dream. And when that song came through, it was like I had listened to that song a million times until I gave my life to God, and I heard, and I was like, the words meant something different, because they doing it in plain sight. They're doing these things, like I explained to you earlier, how they say this is African spiritualism and that we are Africans and this is really our religion. But if you go over to Africa, they'd be like, "We don't do that. That's demonic. Them demons, we don't play with that. What's wrong with Americans?" But we over there like, "Yeah, this our culture. We Africans. We gotta have Yushun and all these spirits and all this stuff." And then the Africans like, "Y'all crazy."
You funny as hell.
Hey, my dude, he'd be like, "Babe." It's so funny because it was a rapper who had got signed. And so he was on live and he started talking in Yoruba and he started calling a deity and he started having the people on live say this deity, and they was just doing it, not knowing what they was doing. And he was like, "Babe, they're up there calling on the demonic spirit and they're all listening to him and he's playing Yoruba. The Americans are crazy. What are they doing?" I said, "They don't know what they're saying. They're thinking this is African culture." He's like, "This is crazy." Because if you go over there, they'll be like, "The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. You be in Africa, the blood of Jesus."
They say that in Africa?
Yeah.
Let me real quick, because I know we're gonna end soon. Anything that you think that I could use that's gonna better suit me to be a better person, a better man? I'm talking about whether it's a chapter in the Bible, man. Make it to where I'll be like, damn, I wish I hadn't told Asia to send me the shit. I really want you to send me some stuff. I mean, I had a question like, I've read the Bible before. I grew up in the Catholic Church. I knew the books of the Bible front and backwards. Now I can't say the same, but I wanna get back to it. If somebody wanted to start reading the Bible and refreshing themselves, would you say read it front to back, or what would be your suggestion?
So I'm not gonna sit up here in front because I haven't read the Bible from front to back. You know what I'm saying? For me, I always now in the beginning I started in like the Old Testament got some bomb stories. Like it be deep. Like them people back in the day. Like you read about Sodom and Gomorrah. Like when you actually read the stories, you be like, it's like sometimes you feel like you reading erotica, thinking about what they were doing back in the day. But for me, I always open the Bible, and whatever I land on, that's what I study. And a lot God has for me, I can't say what's going to.
Do you just open it? Like, because I'm gonna tell you this. After I talk, I seen what you wrote to Amanda. I'm kind of asking this not just for myself, but really for other people. But I swear to God, sorry, God, I'm gonna stop that. But I swear, I was saying after we talked earlier, I'm like, how you gonna figure out where you supposed to be? Like, you gonna ask somebody, or you gonna just open the Bible and whatever it opens up to, that's what
God has the ability to talk to you on your level because God knows you better than you know yourself. So with me and my situation, the thing that God kept speaking to me about was the way that I speak to people, because I always told you that I was a reviler. A reviler is a person that's abusive with their words.
There you go. There you go. Look, there you go. Hey, real quick, not to cut you off, sister. Hey, Malik, check me out. We done had a great show. We didn't get to see you, bro. I really missed you, but I've been talking to Asia Boo, and I would love to do an episode where I just play the middle, just a little refereeing, and you and Asia Boo like have a dialogue. I don't want to say a debate because both of you guys seem to be Christians. You believe in God. Your delivery is just a bit different than hers, but I would love to hear what you think and hear what she thinks and just allow everybody to soak that in. I feel like this is really starting to be church in the wild. It was a reason that I came up with this name. I don't know why, but I came up with it. I would love that, bro. Once I know that you guys have some time where we can maybe do it for like 2 hours or however long y'all want to do it. But we set up a date, probably promo it a little bit because, people scared of God and Jesus. Hey, Malik, I ain't going to lie, bro. She even got me. I already believed in Jesus at one point in my life. But like I told you, for some odd reason, because of what man has done, I chose not to believe in him. Or I chose not to believe in him because they say, oh, J's weren't even created then. Not thinking of the aspect of no matter what his name is, he exists. But also it be your delivery, my dog. Your delivery is so like metal gloves, Jesus, and then she got these cotton gloves, Jesus, and I'm eating it up. So you let me know, bro. We gonna do that. What's the word you just said, Asia? Oh, the Valiger, what you said you
reviler. Were. I was a reviler. The reviler is a person that's abusive with words. So the first thing that God kept showing to me, he kept showing me different scriptures about how you speak to people, about how your soft words turns away wrath, about how basically, how do I put it?
And he say, my delivery is aggressive because I was put on earth for such a time as this for war. She ready already, I'm telling you. We need this, y'all. We need this. Y'all got to let us know what date. I'm going to put a promo picture together. I'm going to make it seem like a spiritual boxing match.
I get what he's saying. And at this time, this is the end, the last of the last days. You feel what I'm saying? So this isn't a time to sugarcoat things, but we have to understand that it is scriptural that people won't receive your message in anger. People won't receive it. Also says to reprove and love. Reprove means to correct. So you're supposed to tell people the truth, just like he does. And I've even commented on some of his stuff before saying that I agree. You're supposed to reprove and love. So you tell them, hey, that's wrong. God never said that, but this is how it is. And you do it to where they can understand and where they're open to be like, okay, this is who God is. If you beat them down with aggression, they're not going to receive the message. They're going to come back with more aggression, and they're not going to be able to be open. And at the end of the day, it was always Jesus delivered his message in love, but he ain't never spare nobody's feelings. He was a goon. Like, I said what I said and you feel how you feel, but it was never with beat you down, because nobody's going to want to come to God. If Jesus is making somebody act aggressive and mean, I don't want none of that Jesus. I want to know the Jesus who loved me and accept me for who I am and who's willing to change me. Not the person that's going to beat me down and tell me I'm nothing, I ain't did this right, and I'm doing everything wrong, and I'm going to hell. And that, if that's how you feel, I should just keep doing what I'm doing because I'm going to hell. But if you tell them who he is, he's loving, he's patient. It says be slow to anger. He's patient, he's kind, he's slow to anger.
Hey, y'all
He
heard
calls
it here
to the
first.
ones who are indecisive. The message that I feel what you're saying. So you're saying that when he confront, he did, but you are not trying to confront nobody. You're trying to bring in souls to God. Confronting is not going to get them to open up to know who Jesus is. Just like James today got on here and he said that he knows who Jesus is. Jesus is love. He's gonna publicly say that because of how I came to him with my message. My message was a message of love. You come in to confront these people, but God didn't give you his wrath. He gave you his message, you his witness. He never gave you his wrath. So it's not up to you to war against his people. You teach them that they're wrong, but you also tell them how to change so that can be better. Jezebel wasn't going to change. She was who she was. She was with the devil. She was with Moloch. She was with Enoch.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a
That's
show.
out of season. It's different ministries. It's not out of season. It's just at the end of the day, with your message is not going to be received. It's always going to be combated with hatred.
I'm gonna go back up to, go ahead and talk, my bad, but I want to go back up to Amanda's comment when I brought up Malik earlier. She said he's not gonna change. Yeah, look, bro. This is what they say. I said maybe if Asia Boo talked with Mr. Spencer, he might just deliver a little different. This is exactly what Amanda said. He's not changing. Bro,
it's not about him changing, because I understand what he's saying, because what he's saying is truth. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is his delivery is not going to be received. I don't have my notebook. I'm out here in my shed, but I literally got 15 scriptures about how you speak to people and bring them to the spirit. Speaking to people is in love. You're showing love to them, but you're not coddling them. So the thing about these ministries right now, they telling you God is everything. You got to prosper. You got a blessing in your mouth, and God is everything. But they're not telling you that you got to repent from that sin. They're not telling you that homosexuality is wrong. They're not telling you that reviling is wrong, and speaking to these people wrong, and walking in the spirit is wrong. They're not telling you those things, but it's a way to deliver the message, because all you're gonna be is an angry man screaming in the desert, and nobody gonna be listening.
This how I see it as the delivery, right? You work for, both of y'all work for UPS, but Malik, aka Mr. Spencer, is throwing my package. He ain't even walking up to the door. He throwing my, whatever was sent to me can be broke. It's fragile. That delivery, he tossing that bitch over the fence, is breaking every time. Even though I get the message, it's broken. Right. I look at you and how you delivering it. You coming to the door. You done knocked. We done spoke. You done handed me the package. That ain't you coddling me either. That's you doing your job. If you consider your job to
those
be
who win souls is wise. The whole thing that we need to do, because we have a very real enemy. We have a devil who's against us, who hates us. We are made in God's image. We need people to be able to. I got a witness.
One person teaches, others prophesies. My message is for those who are already on board. My message and those who have this ministry are for those who are called to confront the real life demons, those forces that are against the truth.
Okay, so he's saying that, okay, you're saying that your message is for people that are already Christians. So you are not trying to win souls. You're trying to correct people that are already in the church, is what you're saying.
Is that what you're saying, bro? Tap in. See this. Y'all let me know when y'all want to do this next episode. Cause see, this what need to be going on the next episode. I could just imagine the delivery of this guy when you saying how you saying what you saying. He said correct with a lot of exclamation points.
But that's I don't feel that is scriptural, because at the end of the day, it is up for us to witness, to get these people to know that it's a very real enemy out here, and that we need people to come to God. And if you are constantly beating down their head with, God didn't give you his wrath to put on nobody. He didn't. He did it. And so we are out here as teachers. We have to win souls. At the end of the day, we coming to the end of the end. Jesus is coming soon. And if we are not out here ministering to people and winning souls, then the devil is out here taking over, and you out here beating down the Christians.
Interesting.
When
making
we
the Christians
all
rethink what they doing. He said,
right, but we all need
moment.
to repent. We all need to change. We all need to do different things. But if they are children of God, how you say they already know these things, because the Spirit of God reveals these things.
He said it's a season for winning souls and it's a season for correction. Bro, but when do the season for winning souls with you start? Because it's all year long with the correction. Don't act like you just started. Like, when are you trying to win some souls over?
And to be honest, it always has to say, take the splinter out of your own eye. At the end of the day, you wasn't perfect. You was a sinner. You did things wrong as well. So you're sitting down and you're beating down on the people that are the same things that you are. The one thing that people relate to me is because I say who I was. I was outside.
I ain't never heard who you was, neither, Malik. That's one thing I ain't heard yet, bro. I ain't heard no testimonies where you say
he just tell everybody where they wrong at, instead of telling people where they could change and how God has been.
When Elijah came, he confronted Jezebel and killed Jezebel. Are you calling yourself Elijah, Malik? Look,
Elijah didn't kill Jezebel. Elijah ran from Jezebel when Jezebel wanted to kill him, but he killed the prophets when he called fire down from earth. The Jezebel was killed by dogs.
Yep, we stopping right here, and we stopping right here on purpose, because I know goddamn well. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not saying certain stuff no more, and I'm not gonna use your name in vain. But
he killed Jezebel's prophets. I'm sorry, I gotta correct myself. I thought he said killed Jezebel and the prophet. Okay, he right. He killed Jezebel's prophet. He did.
Okay,
he did.
He said he called out dark forces. So hey, look, I want to end it, Asia. This is going dope, but I gotta have him and you on the screen so you guys can really do it. I appreciate you. Everybody, make sure you follow Asia. Tell her you love her. I know y'all love her if you still in her, because her energy was dope. We love you too, Malik. We just question.
Yeah, I love everybody. Like, I don't get offended, and I'm not soft. You feel what I'm saying? The one thing that God didn't take away from me when I said I was outside, I ain't sensitive at all. So I don't feel that type of way. But I love everybody. For me being a person that beat down people with my words, I'm very careful, and I watch the people that do. And it's not because I'm judging you. It's just because I come from a space of that, and God had to correct me.
You see it. And
God had to correct me.
And I'm a person who can beat down people with words. So that's why everything you said to me and said during this thing, it resonates with me. I see I see a lot of me in the old you who used to say you used to be, and I don't want to be that type of person. As much as we feel like you said, somebody fuck you over, and you like, I'm gonna make you feel it verbally, and then if I gotta get physical, I am. But it's backed up. Just to example, being nice.
God say, "Be still. I fight your battles." He also said that he prepares a table for you in the presence of your enemies. He said that he got it. And what we don't understand, we trying to fight a battle that God already said he got.
Mm.
And he also says to love these people and to pray for these people. So inside you like, hey, they offended me. They hurt me. They did that. But then you got to look at, it's somebody out there that was raped. It was somebody out there that was beaten. It was somebody. So does your offense outweigh their offense?
Mm.
It does not.
And because when you say their offense, you're talking about something that they went through that pushed them to not believe in God.
An offense is an offense. An offense is something that somebody said or somebody did to them or something that has hurt this person. And we have to be in a forgiving spirit. And sometimes we outweigh it. Like they said this and they did this and they did that. But it's somebody on earth that has to forgive for being hurt or being beat or being molested. It's one offense. You understand? Like we all go through offenses, but we have to be able to forgive and let those walls down. And I speak to myself because I deal with trying to forgive those.
I feel like, bro, you think you're Elijah though. You keep dropping
at this point because he keeps
Elijah Jills. Hey,
yeah, because he keeps talking about Elijah and Jezebel and this one part in the Bible, but there are millions of situations and books and things in the Bible of different situations and different things was handled. It is a time to let them know, because I always say Jesus wasn't soft. He was the first one to shake the tables. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's not always a time to fight and war against the children of God when these are the same ones that you need to win souls. Because if you confronting them, when are you winning souls? When God say it's up right now, if this is the last of the last days, we need to be winning souls more than we need to ever in life, because Jesus is coming. He's coming soon.
He said you got to discern the times. And he said
you got to discern the times.
The spirit of Elijah.
The spirit of Elijah. This man is alive.
I ain't mad at you.
All you keep saying is the spirit of Elijah. But he keeps talking about one specific instant in the Bible where, okay, Elijah did go and he did war against Jezebel and all the things that she was doing, because at that time the children of God were lost and they were sacrificing their children to idols. They were basically going after this woman, and he did a move of God to show that God was real. He had to call fire down from heaven in front of Jezebel's prophets to let the children of God know that God was still real. But also, if you look at Elijah, he was loving. He went and he prayed for the old couple to get a baby. He went and served his community. He was nice. It wasn't always a fight with him, but when he needed to correct the false prophets, he confronted the false prophets. But you are not confronting false prophets. You are confronting people in their life, and they are trying to get to know God. They're not going to want to get to know the God that you serve, because the God that you serve seems to be angry. And why do I want to know Jesus if he is nothing but angry? That's just not him.
All right, don't answer that. Do not answer that, Asia. Don't answer that. Don't. Listen, y'all. We had 3 hours. I know we can keep going, but I want to get off of here for so many reasons. And
yeah, I want to say this. I do understand Jezebel is in the earth. She is.
Because she spoke about this earlier.
She is. She going crazy. If you look at your page, Asia Brown, when you made your comment, I said I agree.
He said, laugh out loud, who do I confront? Nope. Asia, when you get off of here, you inbox me, you let me know when the best day for you to be available, so we can probably do like at least a 2-hour slot. Malik, I know you thirsty. You hit my inbox, because he said he loves the debate. Like he said, this is what he was built for. He said this many of times, and this is the perfect time. You know, again, you got that feminine energy, you got that masculine energy. Both of you guys love God, you believe in God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, but both of you guys' delivery are totally different. I think hearing it from both sides would bring souls to God. That's just this is what I'm getting from it. I'm a face what I
According to him, it ain't time to win souls, it's time to confront them.
Hey, Amanda says she gonna request you. Asia, I
Hey,
love you. You can always
love you
come
too.
be a part of this. If you ever, I know people fuck with you already, but if you ever like, hey, Worthy, I want to use your platform, whatever, feminine energy, I want to motivate some ladies, I want to just do some promo, you can do whatever. Let me know.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate everybody for listening and everybody tapping in. I enjoyed myself. I feel like it was a great um conversation. I get to be myself, a person who loves God, a person who is flawed, a person who has went through a lot of bad times in my life and got to meet a man that loves me and wants to marry me. Got to know a man of God. Got to, change a lot. And to be able to be on the platform and be authentically myself is dope, because a lot of people don't want to hear about Jesus. And Jesus sometimes invokes a angry response. But to be able to talk about who I serve and who I love and who changed my life. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I sin? A lot. But at the end of the day, I'm constantly changing and trying to be the best version of myself, to be a witness and be a servant for God, to win souls, to show people his love, to show people who he is. And I'm really happy to be here. And I love talking about God. Like, he my best friend, he my father, he everything. So when somebody say something, I'll be like, somebody mentioned Jesus. Hold on, let me get this conversation, because that's my
I
daddy.
ain't liked hearing about Jesus. It's been so long since I like felt good about hearing about Jesus. Again, this ain't no disrespect to you, Malik, but I know you my homie and shit, and you know that I'm like was teeter-tottering on the fence from the spiritual and like God and Jesus. But her delivery and the way she spoke about it, it was like a slap. Like the way you talk, it ain't a slap. It's like throwing me off the building. It's like she slapped me and said, "Wake up, brother." And I instantly, bro, like I want to get off of here right now because I want to go talk to God. That's real spill. I want to go talk to God and
You
explain to
better
him.
quit before
Like,
I get to running up in this shed. I love it. All I want God to do when I die is say, "Good job, faithful servant." And if he can say, "Hey, every room I put you in, you praised my name and you brought me my children," I know I did what I was supposed to do.
hey, and another thing, I'm finna cut all this off. But Malik, bro, when I said to Asia, I feel like God might be a woman and a transgender. Do you know what her rebuttal was? She said the same shit you say, but guess what she said? She didn't beat it on me. She gave it to me raw and uncut, but it was like she didn't feel disrespected about how I felt. She understood that I misunderstood why I stood. You know what I'm saying? She understood that I misunderstood why I stood at the moment. But she delivered. Y'all inbox me. Everybody say bye to Asia. Send the hearts. Say bye, Asia. Everybody say hi, Asia, because they gonna go back and forth. And I really want to talk to the man upstairs
Thank
before
you.
I smoke this blunt. Y'all don't understand.
Oh, Jesus. We're
Yeah,
going to
because
pray. Hey,
yeah,
we're going to pray for you.
pray for me,
It's going to
sis.
be all
'Cause
right.
I'm finna talk to God and tell him I want to know, why do I want this so bad? Why do I just want to smoke? Like, why do I feel like I've accomplished something by?
I got to hook you up too with Nori, because Nori know exactly who you are. You got WhatsApp?
Oh, yep.
I definitely need to hook you up with him. He is a true, that's a man of God, you know what I mean? But he also needs to change some things in his life, like we all do. You know what I mean? But I believe, like, you talking to him through a male aspect of God will help you as well. Because I can only answer so much, but he can tell you who God is from who God is for him and what
From
God
another
has done for
perspective.
him as a man.
I mean, and I value different perspectives. That's why it's about having different folks speak their opinions or their truths, because then maybe, just a complete stranger, like, damn, I felt like that, but I've always felt like I was the only one. I ain't the only one, and this is a great opportunity for others to just get that type of energy. Pam said goodbye. Good night.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you. See you. I enjoy myself.
Hey, y'all, we don't say goodbye no more. We're going to say see you later.
See you
Talk
later.
to you later.
My sister don't like that either. She gets so mad.
Yeah.
I'm about to start unplugging these lights and stuff and go in the house.
All right, sister, you had a night you deserve. I love you.
All right, love you too. Talk to you later.
Bye, boo. Hey, y'all, I really enjoyed this. I ain't gonna hold you up. This was one of the ones. This was one of the ones, right? This was one of the ones. I'm telling you. And Malik, like half the time I'm fucking with you, so I'm still rocking with you and getting wavy with you. But I just like this energy. Again, bro. Through a few of our conversations, I done told you, like, man, I don't know about the whole Jesus thing. Man, I take that back. I take that back. I feel like I've been teeter-tottering on the fence, knowing what I know and still playing in the corner, if that makes sense. I don't want to do that no more. That don't mean I'm finna be on, I hate to use the word, but like super Christian, none of that. But I'm gonna build a relationship with God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I had one growing up. I went to Catholic school, was raised in the church, singing every day, going to Bible study every Wednesday. I was always set up for this. And I told you a lot of times my phone rings as far as to call it, and I don't like to answer. Or I pick up the phone for God and then put him on hold. I don't want to do that no more. In order to be a great man, a good father, a great husband to my soon-to-be wife, I have to make more improvements. I thought improving myself would be things like stop fucking with certain drugs or stop having so many women and shit like that. Well, my next move is to get back into my Bible, to get into the Quran, because I want to read up on not just the Bible, but other religions. I want to be transparent about all this, because I've always said and felt like we are at the end of time, but the end of times could be another 100, 200 years from now, but we still here. I want to help prepare others. I want to help bring souls to God. I want to help that, and I'm going to be a part of it. So this is another episode of Church in the Wild with Worthy. Usually I end my episodes by playing some of my music. It's not that my music is bad or demonic. I just rather leave with this vibe of God in the air, knowing about Jesus, feeling the spirit. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's show. If you did, even if you shared this live, share it again. Share it a few times. Share it, hashtag, man, they talked about God, or Church in the Wild, or Meet Worthy, or Asia Boo went off. Tag something, share something, put it in somebody's inbox. I was going to put my Cash App up. No need. I'm finna go talk to God and enjoy my night. Everybody had a night you deserve. I love you.